What is going on, ninjas? Logic here with a brand new Ninjala video. And with this Ninjala video, it is going to be a little bit longer than most, and not a little bit, a lot of bit. It's just like an overall discussion on just where we are right now in the Ninjala community and how things are, how the competitive is, like when tournaments should be held, and why tournaments shouldn't be held on the same dates and why they should, and there's just some conflicting opinions and conflicting things. So if that's something you're interested in, this is going to be the video for you. It is going to be longer than most videos, or longer than all videos, so just be prepared for that. There are some good topics from both sides, and even like neutral sides, there are some good topics, so just be sure to keep an open mind and just try to hear everybody out. Everybody makes some good points, and if somebody has a bad point, it's all good. That's what discussion is about. You're supposed to learn, and even if you don't necessarily agree with what the other guy's saying, you just listen on. And you might change your opinion on something, so. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and if this was something you enjoyed or you would like to see more of, maybe in the future we could do more. I don't know. So, to the video category too, but so that's why, like, if more things are happening and more things are going on, tournaments, if another community goes over, like let's say another YouTuber, he plays like Splatoon or something, he's like, oh, I want to get involved in the Ninjala community, let me host my own tournament. And it's his community, it wouldn't really like mess with anybody else's like community, because like it's his, he's already built up something, he's already got something going just with his community.
And the other thing I think about when it comes to like that point that you just made, I think if anything, gatekeeping it just keeps things very restrictive. And for example, if this new guy that comes in to play Ninjala and basically does like an off the cuff tournament, he shouldn't have to like go like to basically the one who holds the keys to like Ninjala communities in general to ask him, because it shouldn't really matter. Like if he wants to do his own thing and he wants to like basically launch a tournament off the cuffs like spontaneously and sporadically, he should be able to do so. Like it shouldn't really matter. And at the same time, if he can bring more people in, and as more things are happening, it just brings more exposure and lifeline to the game itself, and it basically benefits everybody and benefits Gung Ho in general. I don't really see the problem. If anything, like inner fighting in general, it's just gonna kill the game, or interest in the game, because there's a lot of drama. I think it's just unnecessary and completely trivial, when it should just be about the game and making content about the game and just enjoying the game, man. The content will follow with people being involved and getting really into the games, and making content for the game, and just support Gong Ho in most of the decisions. And if they want to also do their own official tournament, let them have it. And it shouldn't really stop you if you want to do your own tournament. Nothing should be, I feel like, on a time slot or schedule that you restrict each other, or basically start some, I don't know, some weird infighting where like, no, I decided this time. Why don't you like suggest it to me? Like, it shouldn't be about that, because what if the other guy doesn't really know you, doesn't really know what was happening, and they already have planned their tournament? They just wasn't any communication. But at the same time, it shouldn't really matter, because at one point, maybe one tournament ends literally midway through the other guy's tournament, and there's like, oh, there's this other Ninja tournament. Let me just segue and raid this guy, because they're also doing a Ninja tournament. I didn't know about it. More Ninja content, if you guys want to see another tournament going on, like it gets people excited, because like, oh, my game's alive. There's a lot of things going on for my game. I don't know. I feel like it's exciting to hear when there's a lot of things going on for a game. Just like in a fighting game, when you have Justin One just doing a random off the cuffs tournament at the same time as maybe ESL's happening with their PS4 tournaments, official PS4 tournaments. I mean, I don't think it really matters that much. I mean, that's just my take.
But like we're not saying that people gotta run their tournaments and have they circle in the same belief that we have. Like if other people want to run tournaments on the same day that we run tournaments, they can. But we won't prioritize and trying to run our stuff on days that people got their things running. Like we will run it on an opposite day just to allow somebody else to run it and get the viewers and followers.
But
Yeah,
like,
Like
I understand.
because what I'm saying is, it seems like you, uh, if somebody want to run something, they would want to run it on the same day that we run it. But when we look at it, when we see somebody running something, we make sure that we won't do nothing to interfere with them. And
I understand what you're saying.
I understand that you're saying it's not interfering, but we just don't. That's just what we do. We just don't do things on the same day as other people. So
No, no,
we give
I
everybody
understand.
their respect.
What I mean, that's definitely your own prerogative. But what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, like you can do your things your own way, and that's very considerate of you. But I think we shouldn't really like try to force that idea. Like if people want to do whatever they want, let them do it. And if you want to do whatever you want, if you don't want to have overlapping tournaments, that's up to you. But I don't think this should be like a sort of a distraction or like maybe some there should be any conflict. Things should just flow as they flow, as the saying goes. I think um, it doesn't really matter, and I feel like it's a distraction that if some people very much feel strongly about it, it's just gonna be a detriment to the overall Ninjala player base, especially the people that get involved outside of just playing the game, and they want to join a community and they see this inner fighting. I don't think it's that good for the game, and also for Gung Ho because drama is drama, and sometimes people tend to bounce off of that. But I was gonna say, um, like I respect your choice and prerogative on doing that. It's very considerate. But I'm saying like if you do feel like you want to do a tournament on a specific day because you think it's perfect and it just happens to have a tournament done by someone, or you catch the whiff from somebody doing also a tournament around that week, you shouldn't feel bad about it, and you shouldn't feel like you should put yourself in a schedule. If you want to do the tournament, I would say just do it. Like, if you really feel that's the day that you want to do a tournament, just do it, and I'll be happy to support that idea
So
because at the
I
same time it
guess
just helps the game.
I guess I'm lost on trying to figure out if you think we're doing something wrong, or like I'm trying to understand the purpose and the reason for this conversation.
because the idea right now is that,
Can I
um,
talk?
oh yeah, yeah, sure.
Alright. So when you guys were streaming on Starling's podcast thing, you and Ten
Hmm.
were vocal. At first, it was just you. You were vocal about how a lot of people you were discrediting some people in the community, like Logic, and some people that's host like one tournament so far, and being like they really haven't done much for the community at all, and that they're really just trying to make tournaments just to get clout or come up off of how tournaments are running at the time, and that's not what people were doing. They were just trying to give something to the community, and that's what the idea was. Once 10 came in, and he also, it felt like you guys were trying to prioritize Eno at that moment, being like, if you aren't with Eno, you're against it, trying to run into these tournaments that put money in it when we're just trying to support the community and put back into the community. Like with D's Jala Wars, he had so much money because he had so much money from the subs from the Jala community. He put all that money back into the community at that time. He wasn't doing it for other intensive purposes, and that's how you and 10 made it sound. I know Majin didn't agree with the idea because he had said something on stream. I don't know how Blood and Starling feel.
So the things that we said on the stream all became from people attacking 10 because he made a comment saying that he didn't know if he was going to continue E&L. So basically people got mad because he didn't run E&L, because people enjoy E&L, and they started attacking him and discrediting him for things that he was doing, not understanding that when he run E&L it takes a lot because he want people to get excited. But so he does stats, he makes sure time scheduling is on time, because he does deal with a lot of different time zones when you got EU, Eastern Pacific Standard Times. It's a lot that goes, and when he keeps stats for everybody and calculation, and trying to see when people are going to run their games, and then trying to enjoy your RL and enjoy other games at the same time. So it's a lot that he puts into this ENL thing. So when he made the statement that he was going to stop, everybody just turned on him and started attacking him. So nobody asked him why or what. And that made him feel betrayed. Like he put all this hard work into running something to make sure people enjoy it, and he doesn't get anything out of it. He's just running it. He don't get paid for it. He don't do nothing for it. So he does something for the community. And the moment that he wanted to stop, everybody wanted to attack because they're the ones getting more out of it.
Who's that?
So what I'm saying is, if people want to, so this game basically, and I know it's casual players, but the competitive side of the game, and basically the majority of people that we cater to the competitive side. I mean, we have casual people. Like, I'm a casual player. I'm not a competitive player. I don't play in tournaments, nothing. But we majority of people that plays with us are the competitive people, the people that want to learn text and people that want to learn strats and come up with new combos or gameplay. So those are the people that we cater to, the more competitive side of the game. So with us, I just don't see what you guys are saying. Like, when you say we can
Well,
do stuff on the same day. So so in my everyday life, what I do for a living, I'm a manager in the Polo Ralph Lauren warehouse. We serve all of the everything that you order online. It comes for us, and I have to do budgeting and plan accordingly. So when I help my guys in ENL, I try to tell them, I try to preach the same thing in everyday life with them about when we're running tournaments and things, we need to plan accordingly. So when we do stuff and we say we're gonna do stuff ahead of time for our perspective and the goals and things that we stand for, we give people time to plan accordingly. So we know that this game consists of a lot of younger people. So we can't just say pop up on Wednesday and say we're gonna have a tournament on Thursday and hope everybody come out. We try to do stuff a week or 2 weeks ahead of time. But if other people want to just do things sporadically and on the spot, by all means they can. We're not going to judge them. That's just not our cup of tea. So um, it seems like people say what's wrong with running tournaments on the same thing. The only way that people will run a tournament on the same day that we do, if they do it sporadically. Because if you plan something ahead of time, I promise you we won't plan it on the same day that you're planning it on.
this
And
goes into why were you discrediting though?
What you mean discrediting?
On the Starling stream, you discredited some of the community people, like it was multiple people, for running tournaments or how we do things, and saying 10 does more for the community than the rest of us.
Because, like I said, people attacked him for his character, for what he was doing. People try to discredit him, saying that he doesn't do anything for the community. So at the end of the day, when people attack 10 and say he doesn't do anything for the community, I ask the same question: what do you all do for the community? So Logic, since we here and we going there, do you feel like you attacked 10? And because I felt like you attacked 10 in your comments that you made about 10 because of a Twitter comment, and I know that 10 and the comment that he made holds a lot of weight because that one comment stirred the pot really good to where ambassadors and whatever the position is called that Gunho Nick and you and the other young lady hold. I know it's something more than moderators and whatever else the titles that you all hold. I don't want to say it because I don't know it per se, so I don't want to discredit your title for the Ninjala community. But I know you all hold higher ranks. So when he made that comment, it stirred the pot to where other people made tweets. Nick went on stream and made a whole hour stream about it. So it hit nerves. And on the only thing that he said is he won't go run ENL, and the whole world attacked him. So when we say
I,
I disagreed or attacked somebody, yes, I did because the world attacked my partner. So I came to back for him. So when you
if
question
I'm sorry,
So when you question does has he done or what's the reason why he does stuff, my question to you is what have you done for the community?
well, okay. So first off, I didn't attack anybody. What I said was if you
Well,
watch
hold
the
on, hold on.
video,
Because because if we're gonna have this conversation, um, I want to have my parties on board because I want to be able to have a respectful conversation. I don't want to speak for Starling. I don't want to speak for 10, and I know I have them available at the time where I can invite them to this conversation. If
That's
you
cool.
all are willing
That's cool. I'm so down. Like I've been wanting to talk to him, but like when it comes to that video, I don't see that
Mhm.
video as attacking. What I said, and I even remember to this day, that if you love something, you do it because you love it. You don't care about recognition or who's out to sponsor you or recognize you. Even when I ran track, I ran college track, I ran high school track, I won state in 2014. It paid for my college, but I didn't do track because I wanted to be noticed. I did track because I love track. It was very fun to me and something I was very passionate about. And you have to have that same passion for making content, making videos. If you want to do this, you can't go into it only wanting recognition because that's not how life is. Because you're just gonna, if you're only wanting recognition, only wanting numbers, only wanting this, you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna go crazy, dude.
Is it okay if I go?
Yeah, you're good.
So I know personally, I did discredit 10, and to a point, I do stand on what I said with the E&L thing. To a point, if D ran the tournament, somebody with more knowledge, like a D or Black who ran E&L, 100%, I think things would be ran a little bit differently and could be ran at the same level, if not better, because they have prior knowledge in tournaments and stuff that's happened before, since they've ran previous tournaments in the past. My point was that he came at Logic at the moment, and from my perspective, it didn't look like Logic was coming at 10. And I'm like, you're getting mad at what some of the people are saying in the community, but they also just this shows that they love and care about you, and you're getting mad that some people are saying you don't care about the game. And what it showed in his like, paragraph about money and stuff like that, he didn't need to mention that at all. Why did he leave, bro? Why did he leave?
By the way, one thing that I remembered from on that spiel from Logic, and you were also mentioning Overlord. There was this saying, I don't know if you watch Naruto, about you don't choose to be Hokage. The people choose you to be Hokage.
I don't know if he's mad or he just accidentally left.
No clue.
Oh, did you leave?
Yeah, I don't know why. He just randomly left. I don't know if he's mad or what happened. I do
Oh.
stand by though, like if D or somebody with prior knowledge ran, it probably would be better or at the same level.
Dang. I literally went to the restroom when you started talking, so I don't know what he said.
Oh, it was just me talking. He left.
Oh, dang. I wonder did my speech do anything?
I think he got mad at my opinion.
Oh.
To be honest,
The start that you barely said anything.
I know. And the thing is, with Black Lightning, I'm used to him interjecting and like stopping people off. So I don't know what changed with that man. He did not do that at all. And he should be really loud. So I think Starling or somebody hit him in the back, and he changed. I don't know if if he disliked my opinion, probably just left the VC.
I don't know. I really tried to hammer. I didn't. I don't think I discredited anybody. I just tried to in my video, and it's still up. I just tried to hammer home passion. Like if you have passion for something, you would do it even without recognition.
He said, "You didn't hear me. I said I'll be back. I'm gonna get my guys in here."
Oh well. I'm a huge believer in that. Always, always, always. Dang. I gotta get. Dang.
I'm gonna get D in here.
You think we'll be okay, Kaneko?
What?
I don't know. I think.
Logic's scared.
Do we need reinforcements?
Yeah, we do.
I don't know. We just need order and take turns.
Yeah.
We were doing
I
really
guess-
good.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so too.
Get the point across. I don't think you need an army.
Just invite Shredder.
Yeah, I'm already DMing him. DM him too, T, but I don't know if he's gonna believe me.
He'll probably have a lot to say on this.
Yeah.
kind of want to schedule this because I gotta go to work in like 2 hours,
Dang.
and I
It's
actually
okay.
want to hear this. Like, y'all gotta record this or something. I actually want to hear their opinions and hear them out.
Don't worry, I got you. I've been recording this whole time. Even our conversation yesterday, I recorded.
Good. I didn't know if it was okay for me to record, and I didn't want to overstep boundaries because some people think.
No, I have to because like someone I thought like I was like this guy's gonna like chop up what I say and then like I don't know.
Some people think I'm gonna go on Twitter and post something and it make them look bad. So I
Yeah,
don't
it's
wanna
just it's nothing bad against you, but I've seen it done before. You got to cover your own butt.
Oh yeah, 100%. Dang, I should start recording then.
I'm not gonna come after you though, but like it's literally just to cover my own butt.
I understand. If I have malicious intent, I can be like, "Oh, Logic said this. Here's our proof."
Yeah, like you could like splice it, deep fake it. Look at this guy, you know. So I mean, I don't think I've ever done anything though that's worth, you know, anything. What do you think, Kaneko? You think I made a good point, or who knows?
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, I also have the bias that I come from the same place, that I think it's not a big deal. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Especially if it just means more content for the game. And you know, you shouldn't really put people in a box. Let them do whatever they want. And if you want to, if you had something planned, just go ahead and do it. Don't let anybody interrupt you. And if somebody has plans outside of your community, don't let them stop you. I mean, do whatever you want. At the end of the day, it just it strengthens the exposure for the game, and that in turn will benefit you as a content creator of the game. So I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, in my opinion, this shouldn't even be a conversation. It should be whatever.
Yeah, I get you. That's how I feel too.
I don't even make content creation for Ninjala. I just play the game super casually.
Mm-hmm. Even I play like super casually, you know. I mean, I play it a lot, but like I literally like I finish my pass, and usually when I finish my pass, I go play other things. Obviously, it's different this time because I lost power for like 2 weeks or a week and a half at least. So
I don't think anything has happened big in the week except the tournament announcement. That's pretty much it.
mm-hmm.
Tournament announcement kind of shocked me because I remember at the start when the game first came out, the devs were all about they want it to not be skill based. They want anyone to be able to win, or anyone to be able to pick up the game. So it kind of shocked me when they're like, "Oh, we're doing like a competitive tournament, so like literally anybody can win it."
Yeah, that's actually a good point because yeah, they did say that they wanted to make it very like not skill based, but just like anybody could pick it up, and then they added S Blast, so that was like took me like off guard. I was like, oh, okay, because S Blast seems more straightforward than Luck.
He said he's gonna come back now.
Because I don't feel like S Blast makes the game more like more easy for people to pick up or like less skill based.
Yeah,
Wow, where you at?
I like S Blast though. I much prefer it. I hope they decide. Like, I don't want them to get rid of S Burst though, but I would like to have the option to choose between the two.
Now it begs the question, what's going to happen to the cards? 'Cause they have like double-edged parry, sudden burst, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they could. I mean, you know, they would have to come out with new cards, but.
Hello?
Hello.
Can
What's
you
up?
hear
How
me?
you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, hold on. I'm finishing something for my daughter, And these guys, I think I invited them. I hope I did. I don't know if I got the power. I sent them the invite that was sent to me.
Yeah,
Everything's in there, yeah.
I think they're trying to figure out how to get over here.
it's we're in Among Us. It's such a weird channel. I don't know why we're in this one specifically, but it's all good.
I think he's at work, T-Bite.
Who, Shred?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because he had to see the Pyram Mifra thing and he never said anything about it. Oh, he did. It was just really early. Yeah, he has to be at work. If they can't make it, like, we can always do this like later in the day.
No, 10. Starling and 10, they just getting up, so they getting all their mics and getting everything together. So that's Starling.
Oh my god, it's the famous streamer, Starling. Wait, Starling, are you here?
Yeah, I know he been having mic issues lately. So when he come in the stream, it take him a while to get situated because I think he talking on his phone and trying to make sure getting all that together. Is he here, Starling? Okay. So you got your mic together now?
Oh, nah, dude. This is my headset.
All right.
Yeah.
Majin's alone in his Discord if you wanted to bring him.
Yeah, you can bring him.
Okay.
Wait, why are we in the Among Us guy?
It's sus.
Also, hi, Logic.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I need to. I'm in shambles, dude. I was chilling. My bad. I need to get my audio
You just muted.
in line. Hold up.
You having audio issues?
Yeah. So my Blue Yeti decided that it doesn't like me anymore. It has not been working for the last couple of days. So I think it's a USB. So I'm having one delivered today, and hopefully that'll fix the issue or whatever.
Yeah, I have a Blue Yeti too, and that wire is super finicky. Like if you like move it or whatever, it'll like reconnect and disconnect it like real quick.
Yeah. It's like that, and right now, man, it's gotten to the point where it's not even recognized by my computer, and I can't use it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's just a cable, and that once the replacement comes in, I'm chilling. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to use whatever I get to just freaking buy a new microphone.
Yeah. Thankfully, I mean, Blue Yetis are so expensive, but they're not super duper expensive. If I could make a recommendation though, get yourself a Blue Yeti Pro. I bought mine used in 2017, and even till this day, it still works.
I want mine in a giveaway.
Dang. Lucky.
Wait, quick question, since you guys can hear me. I don't know which audio or microphone is picking up from my phone, if it's my headset or like the actual phone. Can you guys actually hear me okay? Does it sound weird? I'm trying to see if I even need to change anything.
You
You
sound
like
good. It sounds like you're under something.
yeah, you sound very
Oh yeah,
muffled,
yeah.
but it still
It's
sounds like
picking up. It's picking up the headset instead of the. Hold on, let me fix this then. Hold up. Hey, Discord.
Oh shoot.
Hello.
I hear you.
voila.
There we go. How's that? Does that sound a little bit better?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I can hear you. You
Yeah,
just
that
fine.
sounds way better.
Okay, there we go. Now this is my the Bluetooth headset or whatever, so it should be understandable now. Oh, all right. So, Lana, you still trying to get the boy in here?
Yeah,
uh,
but I'm talking to Margin now. I'm trying to get Margin to come over here too, so we all can be on the same accord.
yeah, I get you. Wait, what'd you say though, Starling?
Oh, dude. Oh no. I was asking him like I was just asking like that, as I know we're still waiting on a couple people to come in.
Oh yeah.
Oh baby. So what's up? What you? How are you guys doing today, man? You guys having a good day?
Yeah.
Yeah, before this, I watched the Pyra and Mithra thing, and that was pretty cool.
Okay. I haven't catched any of that.
I
I
mean,
did.
It's pretty
Shit.
okay. I think I'll play her.
I know. NASA looked at that. NASA plays Smash, by the way. It's like, no, you know what? I think I'm gonna skip out on that one.
I'm a
So,
I'm a huge Smash nerd. Like I don't play it all the time, but I just like I want to have like all the characters. And there hasn't been one DLC character that I like hate except no. I've liked them all. Even Steve, which I think was the most hated. Like I liked him.
oh, okay. Heads up, Logic. When Magic come in here, don't mention Steve's name, cause Magic's gonna put you on the list, my boy. Every time me and Magic play Smash, when somebody comes in the lobby and they play Steve, it's always a bunch of memes. Oh, bro.
So 10 is about to get some stuff together for his eternal return. Hold on. I need to send this invite to Margin. Damn. I need to leave all these damn discords because it's a million shits that I got.
I sent him an invite.
All right. He was on a phone call from work, so that's what took him so long.
Black's playing well. Or Kali.
Yeah. Who's this
It was old man, not man. Logic.
Wait, what happened?
I was gonna say the Steve player.
Oh.
Oh,
So
bro.
like I told
I
y'all,
so
I'm in. I don't want to have this conversation without my guys and my circle, and we all gonna be here. I don't know if all of them gonna speak, but all of them gonna listen because I told them we all gonna be respectful and listen to you all points of view. Like I told them when this conversation started, I had no idea what was going on. Speed just came to me and said, "Logic, let's have this conversation with Logic." So, with Speed reaching out to me and doing this, I want to make sure I have my guys in and we all on the same accord. But like I told Speed before this, I don't know if he's trying to be a peacemaker or what's going on. But I told him the same energy that he had when he have these strings because like I said with this conversation, I don't want nobody to hold their tongue, but we all can be respectful and agree to disagree at the same time. But like I told Speed, I want him to keep his same energy with me like he do when he around his friends and when he on stream when he run up against me in matches and this nigga that do this nigga that do that. I'm that nigga this, I'm that nigga that. So I don't want to get confused on having a friendship or being fake or none of that. I'm here to have a respectful conversation, But at the same time, the same energy that you keep with your circles when I'm not around, I want you to keep that same energy now.
You made me feel like I was playing Call of Duty.
No, you was playing a Jala, like I told you, you was playing a Jala, and you was on stream. You was on stream. You was streaming with your friend, and I came up in the match, and I was this nigga that, I was this nigga that, this nigga this, and this nigga whatever. So the same way that we're about to have this professional call, I want your friends and your circles, your peers, the people that's in this call right now that don't be on the streams with you, to know that it is two sides to every story, because right now you're sounding very professional, but when you're with your friends, it's a whole lot of other negativity stuff. So I either for me, I'm not gonna play victim. I'm not gonna play none of that. But what I am gonna do is have a respectful conversation with you guys, and I want Starling to be here per se, because he and him and Ten are the ones that's mostly the face of running these things, for the reason why I think we're having this call. And I don't want to be the one returning messages from third parties. I rather for us to sit down in a room or in a chat and have this conversation and get everything on the table, and hopefully we don't start biting each other head off, but we get a understanding of both sides of the fence.
All right. So hey, I don't know what goes on the streams because I like I said, Speed came to me yesterday. He talked to me about what was it, the tweet that Kiro made. We talked about it. We chopped it up. But like before that, I'm pretty sure that was the start of our DMs. You know, so I don't know anything before. And I'm not here to judge. People do what they want to do. And in here at least, I try to stay within my own community. It's not like that I don't like anybody. It's just that like things like this happen, right? People get like upset and things are being said. So. But
Oh, yeah,
I'm not here for like that. I'm here for like tournament stuff.
oh, oh yeah, I understand that, but I want you to, so like how when y'all asked me the question and I was defending myself about discrediting and things like that, I want you to understand what goes on behind closed doors, or what other people do around their friends. It'll never be a time where you in a stream or you catch me in a stream, and you hear me trash talking another player when I'm playing a game. If I'm going against somebody, or saying some ill will towards somebody, it's in defense of myself or in defense of a friend. It's not to impress people, or impress people that I'm around at the time.
Right, I get you. And I trash talk. Me and Kaneko play we play a bunch of fighting games, right, Kaneko?
All kinds of things.
But
Not
like
just
Yeah,
fighting games.
we're like
but but that
when we talk, like we're together. It's never meant to be um like harmful or like I hate them or anything like that. I don't know if that's what the relationship you guys have, but that's like me and Kaneko.
Hey, on my
so so
streams, I trash talk extra when I see you in a match. We have inside jokes, but at the end of the day, you don't see my entire streams when we can have professional conversations about certain subjects, and then we can also joke about those subjects, knowing that we already had that conversation. We know what we really think, but we can also have jokes around that too. And if Shredder was here, I'm pretty sure he'd say the same thing. If Shredder's here, he'd say, "I can respect you out of the game. I can respect you as a person, but in the game, I can hate you." That's exactly what that man would say.
so I tried to invite Blake here. I got Margin, I got Starling. I don't know if Blake is available to join. But I guess Speed, you can go ahead. You and Logic can go ahead and tell the purpose of this. So because I don't want to explain it to my guys and be wrong about it.
So yesterday I came to Logic about the whole Twitter fiasco that happened the other day, and I was just curious on his take because I've never gotten his take on the Ninjala community in general. So I got his take. I thought about it. I also got Curl's take on what he thought about it, and I thought they both had interesting takes. And then some of the things that happened on Starling stream that day I never got to address with Black Lightning, with some of this discrediting, and also how he thought about the competitive tournaments and everything was going on. So I started a BC alone in Majin server. I was already talking to Logic about it, and I was like, "This is the perfect opportunity to have a civil conversation about it."
So then, what I got from the conversation when I first joined was, I guess the guys in this server was trying to understand the reason why we don't like to host tournaments on the same day as others. Am I correct? Because I don't want
Yeah.
to put words in your mouth.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
So, so my explanation on the reason why we don't host tournaments on the same day is because we understand that the community isn't that big, and we don't want to take credit from other people when they're trying to host and get the community together. And we do things ahead of time to where when we're about to run an event or a tournament, we won't post it Wednesday and do it on Thursday. We'll at least try to do it a week or two in advance. Say, hey, we're gonna do this. Give people time to get their thing, all their ducks in a row. We understand that this community is a lot younger, so kids got to run things through their parents before they can attend or be able to participate in certain things. So we do so for us, and like I told them, they don't have to have the same morals or the same logics that we have. But for us, when we do anything, we're gonna always plan it. We're not gonna try to do nothing on the fly because that causes a lot of issues. Um,
May I ask a
and
question?
go ahead.
When you say plan thing, we don't nobody. When you say the thing about planning a day like before, I don't think anyone's done that. Are you talking about anyone in the community that has planned a day before,
Can
or
somebody
did you
brief
get
me real
that wrong?
quick?
Logic, you want to this time?
So
Oh.
Black, so what was happening? So they invited me to this server. I think it was for, I guess, to finally get everything on the table about when Ten made his first statement about the ENL and when Starlin hosted his podcast, and then we all was speaking. I think they wanted to speak their piece on that, and then they wanted to speak their piece on, I guess, hosting tournaments on the same day. And basically, bottom line is, I told them if that's what other people want to do is host tournaments on the same days as other, that's fine and dandy. But for the Warriors pit and the ENL, what we try to do is plan accordingly. And if somebody like Logic or Speed is hosting a tournament, then we won't host a tournament on the same day. We'll let them have their day, and we'll do other things. But from what I'm getting from them is they don't see nothing wrong with hosting tournaments on the same day, and they should be able to do it. But my thing was, yeah, we're not saying that y'all can't host nothing on the same day, but we won't host nothing on the same day. And before we had got too deep into that conversation, I said, hold on, let me get all my guys here because I don't want to be the third party. I don't want to speak for everybody. I want them to be able to say their piece and speak their mind to where we're all here and we all can listen.
Word.
All right,
Um,
Alright,
Logic,
man.
Speed, any of y'all?
Um, hey, but pretty much how I feel. It's that if there are multiple events and things going on with a game, it actually overall helps the game, especially when you see it in the fighting game community. Every fighting game starts at zero. You know, you don't, especially a new fighting game. You know, Street Fighter, SNK, King of Fighters, Tekken, Virtua Fighter. You know, they all started at zero, and you know they used to host tournaments, and you know they would happen all at the same time, and it would build up that community. Because as of right now, like you know, Ninjala's not that big, and it's because I feel like that there's huge like gatekeeping like going on, because like you know only one person can host a tournament, right? And Ninjala's not pulling in big numbers, right? So like you get like 60, 40 viewers, and even then with that, it's not really gonna do anything. So I feel like multiple maybe should take place to help the longevity of the game. And it's just like like my man Kaneko was saying, like if somebody else is hosting a tournament, you could host them after yours is done, because tournaments like you've gotten to the point where I'm sure they don't take hours and hours and hours. You know, they're not going to take the whole day, right? It'll probably take 6-5 hours. You know, you do yours, host the other guys going on, and I know you were talking about like the followers and the viewers watching it. A lot of the people, at least on Twitch, are gonna be some of the same people. In my case, it's different because I do YouTube. So like that community is vastly different from Twitch. There's people that are still only on YouTube and they're solely that, and they haven't made that switch yet or that account yet. And there might be some conflicting people, but for the most part, like the communities are vastly different. Like YouTube is such a big entity compared to Twitch. Twitch is still big, but YouTube is just way big. So And even then too, like you got to think like there's gonna be like other communities too that eventually, if this game does blow up, big if, that maybe want to try to do their own tournaments, and they might look around and see around like what's going on, and they might just want to like spontaneously do theirs, and you don't want to like put somebody off because they're like, hey, oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, you don't want to like put somebody like, or get like the wrong first impression because they think like, oh, the community, like they just want like one thing going on, at a time. It just like looks really bad from like an outsider in.
So
It might seem intimidating.
would it be okay if I made a comment on that
Yeah, that's fine.
before before you continue? Because I feel like you have a lot of things to say about this topic. I just want to touch on the things that you've said already. So there's one thing that that I can agree with. That you mentioned a little while ago, which was that there are times where tournaments are hosted on the same day, and people can schedule things on the same day, but on different time frames, to the point where people that I guess is what my problem would be. People, it's a small community. A lot of the same people are participating on the same events, and I wouldn't want either of the tournament organizers to be inconvenienced because a player, is signed up to both tournaments or whatever, just because of the fact that they're going on at the same time. And I think that it's possible to have these events at the same day. Just have different time frames so that people that want to participate and that want to be involved in the community don't have to pick and choose whichever they want to go to. Because a lot of them don't. A lot of them try to participate in both things, and it's really hard for us to kind of stop that. But another thing that I'm hearing from what you're saying is that in other communities, different sizes, small like ours, or maybe a little bit bigger as well. There's a lot of different entities doing different events at the same time, and that's kind of like a way to foster the community and grow things. And it's actually a good thing because you get this diversity of people. You get different people. Everybody has their own audience. They bring different people to the events and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to take what you're saying and try, take the value from that and try to bring it to the context that we're talking about here, where, in the context of the Ninjala community, I feel like, we can, it would be good to have, multiple things going on so that people have, so that it's better. It gives the community more things to do. It helps grow the community as well. But I think we could do it in a way where we're still coordinating things. We're still having that communication amongst ourselves. Not necessarily when someone else from an outsider comes in that we don't really know anything about and they want to do their own thing. I don't think we're gonna have too much agency in that. I feel like if they come and they want to do something, we're probably not gonna know too much about it until the day of, or maybe a little bit before. But if it's people that we know and that we have access to talk to, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't just communicate and try to have a little bit of coordination to make sure that everyone's events go as well as they can. Does that make sense? I'm just trying to make sure that I'm following.
Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah, absolutely. Like you could talk to them, but like at the same time, like let's say like it, because like I remember when I was first doing my tournament, and like you came to me and like you were like, hey, these are like, it was like a tournament, like like when everybody has their slots, and to me, like it was very weird. Like I was like, oh man, that's kind of weird. I've never seen that before. Because like I said, I come from a fighting game background. I play a bunch of fighting games. So when there were set dates and set things for tournaments, it was very intimidating. It was like, okay, I've never really seen that before. That is, it's just weird. So it was new to me, and I didn't like. Personally, I really didn't like it. I was like, I don't think anybody should just like be on a set schedule. Or have to, like, if somebody does want to communicate with you, like that's awesome, but I don't think people should be obligated to, especially like gung-ho, like the company. I don't think they have to talk to anybody. If they want to host a tournament, they should be able to. But it should be anybody, honestly.
To
If
be to be honest though, that it was actually a really good thing that you had the tournament the same day because we had so many issues where he got banned on stream, and some of those people that were interested in the team tournament got to play ahead in yours and probably couldn't make it to ours, so they got that chance to still play in a tournament.
Yeah, and even to this day, there are a lot of people that haven't had their first tournament. I get DMs all the time, like or comments too, like Logic. When are you hosting another tournament? When are you doing a host tournament? And I didn't want to host another tournament because I've known for a while that this one was happening. So,
The BBB.
yeah, I've known ever since Japan got theirs. I knew that we were gonna get one.
Okay.
And then also they I guess Speed, when I say they, wanted to know what and why. I guess he said I discredited Logic or I discredited other people in the community on Starling Stream. So my answer to that was, um it wasn't me discrediting them, it was me defending 10. And when I say I was defending 10 is because people took 10 statement of he might not run the next season ENL, and everybody attacked him because he didn't want to provide stuff for other people to do. People discredited him. So once people started attacking him and discrediting him, that's when he got a defensive mode and started stating facts. And then that turned into a whole nother thing. So when they asked me, what did I discredit Logic or did I discredit anybody else? My answer to that was, my question to you all, Logic or Speed or whoever, was, what have you all done? And I'm gonna stick by that. And when I ask what have you all done for the community, it's because you all attack 10, and I see 10 doing nothing but things for the community. 10 don't play this game on a competitive level. Ten barely plays this game casual, but he put all of this work into the game for people. He don't get paid for the work that he do. If people don't see all the times and the hours that he put into making sure the video and the audio and the highlight reels and the stats and everything that people want and like to keep them motivated. People don't see all that and know all the hard work and stress that goes into it. Logic made the comment to me before y'all come in. You shouldn't do stuff for rewards, but I disagree to that because at my everyday job, when I got associates that's working hard every day, I'm gonna reward them eventually when I can by a promotion or raise or something like that. So you might not go into something looking for something in return, but you hope to get something in return. You ain't doing it for something in return per se, but you hope you get something for your hard work. And all 10 want it, but people don't know is for the ENL to say, hey, we saw y'all. And people don't know that he applied to do certain things, to be an ambassador or whatever the chances was people in the community could get. But he always got turned down, or he didn't get it. But then you get people that got these positions or got sponsored by Najala, and you see it, they get sponsored by Najala because they got X amount of followers. And I understand the business part, and we all understand that. But when you got people in your own community that works hard and put into your game, and you don't even say, hey, ENL, on your Twitch, we see what you're doing, but I can look on your Twitch and I see you saying, hey, I like this fan work, I like that artwork. Like it kind of sits in the back of your head and dawn like, hey, I'm doing all this publicity and hard work for your game, and I don't even get a keep up the good work. So that stuff dawns on you. But that didn't stop him from doing ENL season after season. That didn't stop him from doing ENL this season. But he made that one comment, and people got an uproar. He made that comment about when the tournament was hosted on the same day that ENL playoffs. Yeah, he vented, and he vented on Twitch, on Twitter, or whatever it was. I'm not on Twitter, but he vented wherever he vented it, and people got mad because they was in conflict on which one they wanted to do. But at the end of the day, if people was to ask 10, like, he can vent, but if they was to ask 10, hey, what's going on, what you're gonna do, they would have known. Me and Starling and Majin already know that, hey, even though he vented, he is going to host the ENL tournament on a different day. He's not going to be inconsiderate. He just was venting that he was mad that he put all this hard work and planning and time into hosting his playoffs tournament, and ENL just up go out the blue host a tournament, host a playoffs or tournament on the same day that he hosted and he vented, and then people got in a, I don't want to say an uproar, but for what I'm understanding, a conflict. They didn't know if they want to participate in ENL or the tournament. And at the end of the day, 10 is going to reschedule. But it's okay for him to vent. But whenever he vent or speak, it holds a lot of weight, which is crazy.
Uh, I think when you were talking, okay, so first I want to talk about the what have we done for the community. A lot of small things. Like Logic has this big community already, but these are casual players. He may not do a lot for the competitive community, but he is, whether you look at it or not, some of these casual players are gonna eventually think about, I see, let me go look at the competitive, or I see so and so's tournament, I'm gonna look at the competitive, or they just start wanting to play more and look at the competitive side.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me get this. But when it comes to what I've done for the community, you guys, like what you guys do is very awesome, very cool, and it takes a lot of work. But what I do is, I make videos and, I stream sometimes as well. I'm always coming up with new topics to discuss and things on like making videos, right? And that takes a lot of work, more so than streaming. The things about streams is streams longevity, unless they're saved after 2 weeks or after 4 if you have Prime. After that, or I think it's 2 months, I'm sorry. After that, the stream is dead. You can no longer view it, you can no longer do anything with it unless you uploaded it. So that content, those tournaments or whatever, they're all gone unless he uploads them or saves them. But with content on YouTube, well, yeah, I'm referring to Twitch.
The other thing about VODs on Twitch is that their percentage of exposure, because of how VOD delivery works on Twitch, is very low. People do not watch VODs on Twitch as much as they would just watch a video tournament, basically archive on YouTube, where there's a lot more exposure.
Yeah, and
Twitch are mostly watched for streams, not so much for VODs.
Just to take just 10 seconds to address it really quickly.
You're good.
So for the Twitch bot thing, I'm aware that most of the bots are deleted within 2 weeks for most people. And the only other way to get around there is like you said, upload that video, or you can just highlight it and just have it in a collection.
Yeah, but
that's it.
I know about the highlights, but the thing is about like Twitch doesn't what does it do to get those highlights out there? You see what I'm saying? Like it doesn't
where it's not like YouTube where it has an entire algorithm that's its purpose is to get people to see these things, right?
And that's why I say like most streams, like they happen and they just end up dying because people just don't watch VODs. But when it comes to those videos on YouTube, my videos are always going to be in the algorithm. They're always going to get recommended, things like that. So they're always there to help people, even if it is older content and the game has changed. It's always there to help people. I have a website that helps people. I've done so much, and just like overall, I just help. And even this community here, this is honestly, like this, everybody here, like they're very, like a lot of people here are very casual, but like, they helped me like have this like partnered server. I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't start doing Ninjala stuff. So that just shows you how many people are in Ninjala on YouTube versus like Twitch. That I was solely, just one person was able to get a partner Discord off just doing Ninjala content. So like there is a large pool of players, but we just don't see them because you're like, you're only on one platform on Twitch. So it might not seem like I do anything, but in actuality, there is a lot going on. And when it comes to discrediting, like I said before, I didn't discredit anybody. All I said was if you have passion for something and you love something, you would do it without needing compensation. And yes, you can still work hard. Like I worked hard. You think like making those videos is tough, dude. Trying to spice it up, come up with like tips and stuff, actually put your voice over it. Like that takes a lot. And then, while also having like full-time job, it's rough, dog. So like you have to see that.
So So when you make your, but what I'm saying is, cause I think I don't know if y'all been blind to the fact, or it's just not rational or hitting.
What's up?
When you make your streams, or when you make your contents, even when you started out, you won't doing, even though you didn't ask for nothing, you won't doing this just to be making them. You was doing them in order to be a successful streamer, to be a content creator, to be some something that had to do with streaming on YouTube or Twitch. You won't doing this just for nothing, because if you won't getting followers, and then you won't getting subs, and you won't getting what you're getting, you wouldn't be going as hard as you're going.
Before Ninjala, Kaneko can vouch for me. I used to stream like every day,
Mhm.
every single day. Before
In
Ninjala,
fact, you
before
stream
making.
more than Ninjala.
Oh no, I'm not talking about just Ninjala. I'm talking about in general.
Here's my ambition. Like, yes, like I am a content creator, and I do like it. But
How are you a content creator? What makes you a content creator?
well, I mean, I post videos, I stream, and I got a cool face. But
I
And,
the
think
and
the
you're able, and you have followers and subs, right?
oh yeah, but like, here's the thing.
A lot of them, right?
No, I'm not like.
No,
Well, I mean on YouTube, sure, but like on Twitch, like maybe like
Yes, on
40.
YouTube, you got enough that you're satisfied with, even though you want to get bigger. Correct?
Well, I mean, yeah, but
Correct. All
let
right.
me
Okay,
let me
hold on,
finish my point though.
hold on,
Like,
hold on. So you have these, and your ambition is to get bigger. So you're getting rewarded for the work that you do. Correct?
yeah, but I started at zero. And even then, when I started, I didn't, like, I was just doing like montages of like Call of Duty videos and like random stuff with me and my friends. It wasn't something that I always was like, oh, I have to do this, or like I have to get noticed. Like, when I first made my first Ninjala video, I did it because I was having a bunch of fun, right? I never felt obligated because I wanted something out of it. Like, yeah, sure. Like, what I love the most out of everything is someone to go and comment on the video and be like, hey, Logic, good video. Awesome job. That right there brightens my whole day. Just that one comment. And I was getting that like over and over and over. Nice video, nice video. That is what keeps me moving up. The money, whatever, dude. I get more from like working. I don't care. Subscribers, whatever. Like, obviously I can do more with it, but like that was never like what pushed me. What pushed me was, oh, I like this game. What pushed me was, oh, this game's fun. I want to do content on it. That's what pushed me. Subs, followers, money, like all that. I can get that from my job. So like
By the way,
it doesn't drive me.
can I chime in?
Yeah.
Can we
Kaneko.
make this BC public?
Oh, you want me to make it public?
No, because we don't need too many people to be able to join and conversate.
I was gonna say something about NASA. He was waiting in the cafeteria there for a
Nas is cool. You can join.
Cool.
But
Talk about
can we
recognition.
can we let
Can I chime
Kaneko
in?
talk? Yeah.
No, I was gonna basically have give my own opinion. This is just my own opinion, and this is me being audience. I don't make content for Ninja whatsoever, so I have like no stake in the pie, if anything, when it comes to like making content for Ninjala or be getting bigger on Ninjala content or anything like that. Obviously, what Black Lightning was saying, and I feel like some of the things kind of hit some chords with me, but not in a good vibe kind of way. And I'm talking about not him exactly, but I'm talking about the content creator that he's trying to like basically defend. That this whole idea of, I don't know, like I feel like it almost comes off as that he's putting success ahead in his mind instead of just letting it flow naturally as he's making content for Ninjala, not being thanked by Gong Ho or any other
I want to make sure I understand. Are you speaking on me, or are you speaking on 10?
content.
Okay.
Because you said a couple things that I don't know, like it just seems like it can lead to a bad place. I'm not saying that he's coming from a bad place. I know it feels sometimes depending on something you're working on, not being recognized at some point, yeah, it sometimes hits you. But if it's a lingering thought and it just gets bigger and bigger, that bubble, it can affect your performance, and it can come off on your videos, your tweets, all these things, and it will push people away from not just the game, but from yourself as a community leader or a content creator. And I feel like it's going to be the detriment to this guy. So in a way, I feel like if that's a thing that's been bubbling up inside him, I don't think it's gonna be good. It's not good for himself, and it's not good for basically him making content creation from here on in. I think it should be something that should just naturally happen, and he shouldn't be that concerned about the numbers, the subs, the success, and things would just literally work out for him if he keeps on the grind. Obviously, there's a little bit of luck involved in it, just like a lot of people that become Twitch affiliates. Well, not really Twitch affiliates, and more like Twitch partners, because Twitch affiliates, you just have to have a pulse and you get affiliate. For example, I have affiliate. I stream casually, but I don't really play. I only play Ninjala like casually. I've never actually streamed it. But on that point, when it comes to like making content and time slots and all these other things, I think my general view as a casual player that watches you guys for content, watch these tutorial videos on YouTube, posted by Logic and several other content creators, explaining the game to me, making me understand the game. One thing that I think will help everybody in the end and will benefit even him is that more content is being produced for the game, whether it's through several tournaments overlapping, not overlapping, Gung Ho hosting their own tournaments, videos being posted, tutorial videos being posted, people streaming in general. I think this will all help everybody in the end, and it will just naturally over time, as long as the game doesn't
Right.
fizzle out on its own, it's just going to become bigger and just going to help everybody, all the
Can I have
content
a
creators.
can I have
Right.
an
Let me.
input real quick?
Mhm.
So regarding this, so we're just talking about the overlapping of tournaments and things being on the same day and things like that, and how people feel about things overlapping right now.
Mhm.
All right.
Well,
So I mean, oh,
I'm
you can
sorry.
say what you're gonna say.
I was just saying, like, mine was more on like your passion for doing this. I don't think, like I said, I don't think it involves like numbers, followers, all that. I don't give a crap about. What I do my stuff for is because I love it. And just like how I used to run track, I ran track in high school, I ran track in college, but not because I was looking for a scholarship or because I was looking to pay for school. It's because I loved what I did. I loved running. I loved it. It was fun. And that's the same type of passion I have for YouTube or making videos. That's the passion. It's not about money. It's not about anything for me. It's about
So I think,
But I think we're getting off topic too, because I think what this conversation and this topic started off on was why, because all 10 did was say he might not host it, and you all are not understanding that when he made that comment about he might not host season 5 or 4, whatever that number was, the whole community turned on him. And I don't think y'all understand how that feels as a person when you give your all to people and then they turn on you because you want to take time for yourself, or you choose not to do something that benefit everybody else.
I actually wanted to speak on that. It wasn't more of when it was when you're looking at everyone else at the casuals that were talking to Ten and everything about it. It wasn't necessarily people turning on him. It was just that the love they had for him for always doing these events. They were like, "We love you. Why are you stopping? What's going on? Are you okay?" It was more something like that. And when he put in the message about how he wasn't getting money, which I understand that he was just putting that for the people that doubted him, that made it look like. And also when he also said on the stream when he said, "I it doesn't matter what I'm doing this for," he put out that projection that he's doing this for something more. And as a small content creator myself, who does Ninjala videos sometimes, my only thing is like I said to you before, but like I just want to put a smile on people's face because that's what I grew up on watching other content creators. That's what I'm doing this for. And when you look at 10, I'm sorry to say this, but this is the truth. If anyone like D Disciple or Black who has have tournament experience was put in 10 situation, they would do exactly what 10 is doing. If not exactly what he's doing, maybe a little bit better. And that's just the honest truth. So
so. Oh, you got it.
I feel like when 10 puts himself on this pedestal of saying he's better than other people, because that's how it feels and how it seems, and how he's projected himself, on how the ENL is better than what other people are doing, discrediting others. There's a lot of small stuff that people have done that you may not have realized it. I'm pretty sure if me and Scarf never stopped Squiddy from ever trying to stop Neo, a lot of people wouldn't be playing the game because a lot of people looked at Neo first when they looked at clans or wanted to get into competitive. There's a lot of small stuff that you got to look at if you're trying to discredit someone.
Okay, so my input on all this, I'm gonna address multiple points. So regarding the passion thing, I don't think anybody's in the community that's notable or can be mentioned or anything. Their passion should be, um, how do you say it, challenge and or another word for challenge, but it shouldn't be. You shouldn't say that they don't have passion for the game and or that their passion is going down. If we're playing this game, there's some sort of passion there, right? So, of course, your passion can lead to different directions, whether you want to go towards content creation or just keep playing the game and keep getting better. However, regarding Ten's passion and all this other stuff, like if he already told his backstory on how he got to the ENL position and things like that, and how he kind of just kept going on because the passion he had for the game, and what image he had. So it kept driving him to keep producing what he's been producing. Nothing regarding money, nothing regarding this. He just started putting out more content for ENL because he felt like that's what the community deserved in terms of producing all this. So don't don't judge anybody's passion, because if there wasn't any passion, I'm pretty sure people can do stuff for money, right? But if you're doing something for money, and after a while, you'll get dried up, just for the fact that you're not gonna like what you're gonna be doing if you're doing it for money. You're do a different route, just for the fact that there's different things that you can enjoy that you can also make money off of.
Right.
So
This was never about money. It's just like when I initially saw and read the post, it seemed very like I want recognition from Gung Ho because I do these tournaments and I put a lot of work into them. And I get that, right? That's awesome. Everybody wants recognition. But I don't think that should be a reason that goes into why you should continue on or why you should stop. Mainly because if you love something, you should just be able to do it and continue on with it. You don't need recognition from these companies. You don't need recognitions from these CEOs. You do it because you
Can I
love
cut
it,
you
dude.
off? Can I cut you off real quick?
What's up?
When we had the original podcast about this, we were clearly trying to just state that it didn't have anything to do with money, fame, fortune, or something. Just work between friends that are trying to put something together to have something to continue playing, to enjoy and to do. When all of this got out of proportion with the tweets, and then everybody was saying this about it, and words were being misinterpreted or read differently than how it was meant to be said, because the word choice could have been pointed out a little bit better. That's when people went to comparing and contrasting certain things. This tournament versus this tournament. People are saying this is good against that, and then that's why everyone took it as, oh, he's saying this about these people, because not that it was clearly stated that he was stating that about certain people, but because people feel like if he's gonna stop, what's next? So then they brought other people into it, just making the whole translation of what he was actually trying to say, because it was more of school's about to start. I got work to do. I don't know if I'm gonna have as much time to keep doing the same thing I could do on a daily basis, or put as much effort as I would like to put into something to resume it, to stop. That was clearly what he was just trying to say. But he tried to eliminate all the attacks that probably that message would have gotten early, by stating money, by stating fortune, by stating fame, and they took everything else but the original thing he said. Like, he's probably gonna have to get back to life and not be able to put as much content in as he would like to, and end it, then that's what it would have been. But because of the third parties and miscommunications and translation, a lot of things that were taken out of proportion. Like when you posted about how it shouldn't have been for fame, or you shouldn't do it for recognition. If you love it, it should have just been because of that. And then they took your message as you went to straight attacking 10 because of what 10 just recently posted, when you never said his name in that comment as well. So then again, third parties were just adding onto it, creating an imaginary beef, or this is going up against this, and everybody wanted to get involved, see what's going on.
yeah, people
So
started bandwagoning.
I feel like we're all arguing about something that doesn't really exist, and it doesn't, like, to me it doesn't matter. I said clearly I wasn't going to host tournaments because I believe the way tournaments happen is kind of like, in my opinion, like I'm thinking Dragon Ball Z, a world martial arts tournament. It happens once a year, and then it goes through 8 months of preparation so that people can train, people can get teams together, people can organize things can be ready, set, and go for a grand stage performance. Tournaments have happened almost every month, every weekend, for like the longest in Ninjala. So I feel like everything is just called a tournament, but is it actually like a grand stage, or is it something that people want to see and want to do, or they feel like they have to work up to it, or is it something? Oh, this tournament's happening this weekend, or that tournament's happening that weekend. What's the real big picture of it?
I kind of want to speak on what about the whole after 10 made the post and turn thing, because I did say something about that. When 10 was saying that, I was just trying to reassure the community that it's just because Eno is going to be ending doesn't mean tournaments are going to stop. We're still going to have Warriors Pit hosting tournaments. We're still going to have D if he hosts any more tournaments, because the community likes having tournaments. Every community has tournaments just for the fact that they want to become esports level. They want to earn money and eventually become just like the great Ninja, I guess. They want to be like Ninja, being able to play games and make money like that. And I was just reassuring the community we'd still have tournaments. It wasn't the come at 10 or any way like that.
Understood, but that's what I was saying. How because certain things are stated, everyone looks for the compare and contrast or what's going to happen next, and a lot of things are just misinterpreted and then reflected differently. So I feel like as content creators or a community or as people that communicate about what's going to be happening or what we plan on doing for the community, like if we could just keep that level set head of, hey, this is what happened and we just need to be calm, collect, and then figure out what we're going to do next, that would have been better than one person stating, well, this is still going to be going on, like, right, basically piggybacking off of the conversation and then making a whole announcement before things are actually confirmed, because then everyone's going to have their ideas or misinterpretations of what's going on, which is where I'm going to go back to now what's currently going on with, how he posted a comment about the tournaments happening the same day as the ENL playoffs. I felt like that wasn't a big deal at all. He did write a comment, but nothing was said about it. So it's either you both can have the tournament the same day, or one of you guys can change the tournament. Not necessarily that you guys are, you have to feel obligated to converse with them and say, hey, can I run a tournament this day or whatnot. There was no such thing stated as such, but to jump to a conclusion or to expect, oh, that's what that implied and that's what that meant, then I could see where that could have clearly been stated. But when a content creator or someone as Logic would post something, they would assume. For my assumption was, you shouldn't have to do this, you shouldn't have to do that. And I'm like, I kind of built up the drama without necessarily have to be, because he could have just left that comment and nobody could have acknowledged it and nothing would have changed. But if it's because somebody responded to it, now it seems like now it's a back and forth thing.
Who I responded to though, I don't see 10's tweets. You know, I can't see him. There, you know, the way my Twitter is. But I was responding to Kuro. Kuro made a comment. He was like, "Oh man, you didn't talk to ENL about dates. Why did how do you do this?" Or it's a very what's the word?
Again,
irresponsible.
That's what I meant about the third parties just misinterpreting stuff and then throwing that bad JoJo out there about multiple things. Because, like you said, you don't even see it. He just put a blank statement, and then he already was discussing in his Discord how he can just compensate everybody by rearranging his dates and moving up the playoff. Just because you guys are officially made a date, he knows you're a company. You guys can't change things just like immediately. So he said, I can make the sacrifice. This is a community thing that he's doing. He can do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's because of the third party going to
Yes,
you now. Oh, how are you guys planning at the same time? And kind of putting you as that person that can make the choice, and how dare you do it? Then it puts you in that position where it looks like you're leading these ideas and somebody else is becoming a victim to what you currently just probably had planned up already, but you are now able to announce.
The idea that I still do want to push though is that tournaments can and should still be hosted on the same day, even if it's not gung ho hosting a tournament as well. Like,
that's fine.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I never had a problem with that.
You know, and it seems like that's something people don't want to do because the community is not big. But the way communities get bigger is by having those multiple activities, having those multiple things. Like I said, I come from a fighting game community, so I know how a lot of these fighting games were built up. You know, they start from the ground zero, but they host these tournaments, they host each other. It's like a group effort, you know, and it's always been that way. It's a family. And it's what it seems here is more, it's like there needs to be like one king, like kingpin, and everybody has to like kind of follow that person. And I don't necessarily agree with that.
I'm a piggyback real quick. So, right, Ninjala, we're all a community, a small community where we've just been playing this game and gathering information, making content, all that. And we know Gung Ho is not going to be there, right? Gung Ho's, they just literally appointed their first tournament on like a few days ago,
Mhm.
when we're already on season 4, right? So, tournaments are cool. We all want tournaments, or if, and I guess in Modern Joker is like perspective, competitive events, because what is a tournament? What can be considered a tournament? We could just throw that word around willy nilly. Uh, but I feel like having multiple events on the same day, personally, me coming from the Smash community, or like community like fighting games, having multiple events on the same day can go good or can go bad. If they're both running on the same day, exposure is definitely a thing. So exposure can definitely draw more people in, but at the same time, in a small community like us, we're just um, we're using our resources too much. Where instead of having multiple events per day, we can have multiple events per week, and that's definitely a good thing. Because like I remember earlier, I think Logic said about these events take what, like 5-6 hours, right? 5-6 hours can definitely be a draining time span. So having that, like, yeah, I just did that, and then about 2 hours from then I got to do another tournament, or you don't have to do another tournament, but you want to attend because the whole competitive experience, blah blah blah. But I feel like um, we don't need to overlap events, or we could communicate events. Obviously we can't communicate with gung ho, and BBB is set in stone, and 10 uh took action and said, we can't expect gung ho to be poking into our community events and expecting them to you know work off of what we have. So he pushed back, or he pushed forward the dates, so that he can not expect any type of collision between him and players having to focus on trying to get into BBB, whether they get selected or not, or having to be in ENL on the same day. Because when you want an event to do something, you want that event to go as smoothly as possible and have the best experience for everybody. So um, you don't want a team to be like, dang, I can't do this because they're gonna be playing in BBB, blah blah blah. When BBB could just be on a different day and ENL could be on a different day, and everybody can have full extent of their resources.
Um, wait. So when we say resources, there is a lot that you guys don't see because a lot of you are just on Twitch, right? A lot of you just stream on Twitch. There is a whole community on YouTube that you guys haven't seen in the Ninjala community. You haven't seen it. There are so many people that don't even know what Twitch is, don't have a Twitch. And I see those people. Those people are in this Discord. They've never played in a tournament before. They don't know what Twitch is. They don't have a Twitch. They don't have an account. They want to do it, and they'll DM me and tell me like, "Hey, Logic, when's the next tournament? When's the next tournament?" But they don't know that there's this other side on Twitch. You guys have to see that Ninjala is not like super duper big. I'm not saying it's super duper big, but there is a whole side that you guys have not seen. Twitch is not the only platform.
Oh yeah, I mean, regarding platforms, like you can always expand yourself, right? You can stream on YouTube, you can stream on Twitch, but I'm just saying from what we have now to try and expand it while running multiple events with the little community that we have isn't a really good idea. And of course, I'm not like I'm pushing aside Gung Ho doing their events, stuff like that on their own schedule, but us being involved with each other and being able to host events and not trying to overlap them and or hosting them on the same day, having multiple events per week would be a better result for for this community right now. Or you can still host multiple events per day because they do attract different people or different factions of the groups. But I feel like as of right now, if we could always expand and have people stream on YouTube
If
as well, because a lot of us main Twitch.
if I like seriously, if I set up like let's say this gung ho like tournament ends or whatever, if I announce a tournament, there are gonna be people that you guys have never seen before that enter the tournament. There'll be some people that you've seen before, but like there's gonna be a majority of people you've never seen on YouTube before. But the thing why I'm so like we have to push this narrative of it's okay to make tournaments like at the same time is because the viewership for Ninjala is like like when you guys do in and out, the peak is 60. I have a picture of it. The peak of it is 60. Where is it? And the average viewer is 44.
Didn't they peak 100?
Um,
But what
in the
what I'm
last,
trying
this
to
is the average in the last 30 days. So this average isn't something that's like gonna skyrocket the game up. So like more tournaments is gonna be okay because there's gonna be more people watching, more people clicking on Ninjala because as of right now, people have to search for Ninjala. Like they're not gonna see this even if there is one big tournament going on that specific day. It's just not gonna be shown.
Hmm.
So I guess my thing is to go off with everything that's been said. We're not speaking about platform. We because I feel like you all are attacking our integrity and our beliefs on how we feel like it. And if you say I'm wrong, then on this question I'm about to ask, then I know we don't agree that this Najala game isn't that big in NA. So whether you stream on Twitch or YouTube, your followings on YouTube is going to be big, not because of the interest of Najala, but because of the followers that you already have for other games that you have. And if people don't have switches, they can't get into Najala. So we have to cater to the people that play that's playing. So we have to take into concern or to consideration the people that have switches that has the ability to play the games. Now I think you all are in disagreement on what we say, and like how Blake said, this community isn't big enough to try to do a bunch of things on the same day. So that's our belief. But you guys think that we can. So we're not saying that you like you all have your own mind. So if y'all want to host a tournament, or if Logic want to host a tournament, if Speed want to host a tournament, if Diamond want to host a tournament on the same day, you all are more than welcome to do that and see how the outcome comes. But for us, we won't do that because our understanding is that the community and the resources and the people and whatever comes into running a tournament, it isn't big enough to try to stretch people out or hold people attention all day. Um, so out of respect, if you got a person that's playing in three tournaments and he missed one, now that messes up your tournament, and then you got to move, and then the next person might not be ready because they won't prepare to go so early or to go so late. So it's better to do one. And if you want to do something all week, like Blake said, that would be better. But like I think you all are in disagreement about how we run things. But my thing is, if you all are in disagreement about how we run things, then why don't y'all do something and prove us and show us that it's wrong? Like Logic, why don't you host a casual tournament? Speed, why don't you host a casual tournament all on the same day and see how it goes and give the statistics and prove us wrong?
Well, here's
No,
here's the thing. I've already
let me check
I'm
real
sorry.
quick. One second. I was gonna say that I don't think it's about who's right or wrong. I think it's just about not putting people in a box, like at least with the content creators, and just let people do what they want. Like if you want to overlap a tournament, if you want to do a tournament on a specific day and there happens to be another event, but it happens to work out for you, just do it. And if you have the prerogative of giving
Yeah, but that's the point
basically
right there.
for
We don't
Let
care
him
if
let him
you
finish. Let him
all
finish.
host tournaments on the same day.
let me finish
Let him finish his point.
this thought. But I was gonna say that it doesn't matter if it's about proving right or wrong. For me, as an audience, I just want to see the game getting a lot of content from people in general, not just from Gung throwing updates and new seasons because those take a long time to come out. To keep myself interested in the game, I just want to see a lot of people participating, activity of the game being played, streams, tournament. It doesn't even matter if there's tournaments or not. But if there's tournaments, I wouldn't really care if there's a lot of tournaments overlapping. It just makes me happy that there's something to watch and there's a lot of activity and people will get excited. I get excited when I see a lot of tournaments going on, especially for fighting games because I also come from a fighting game background. When I see a lot of things happening for a game, it gets me excited, especially tournaments because tournaments, people get really motivated to do their best in a bracket system. People get excited. I get excited when I see a lot of activity. And I don't think this conversation, at least from what I'm seeing from Logic, is that who's right or wrong. It's more about not gatekeeping or putting people in a box. I think it's just about you know people being comfortable to do what they want to do and not feel like they have to fit some kind of schedule or anything like that. I think for the best of the game, for the lifeline of the game, content is king. You just gotta make content and just stream the game, be happy about playing the game, talk to your community, and eventually everything will follow. The numbers, new people joining in, seeing what's up. Especially if you're a variety streamer, I feel like it's definitely gonna suit you. If you do some other games, you're gonna attract people from other games into Ninjala because they see you playing Ninjala a lot. And then when you host one tournament, then after that you overlap with another tournament, and then you host that other tournament, or you look at patch notes. All these things are gonna amass and help the community get larger and larger. And obviously, for the people that are in for both growth and also for the passion of liking the game, and also self growth and the benefits of being a content creator, making a career out of it, they will all come naturally. You just got to go with the flow of that growth.
So now I have something for y'all. So, so exposure is a thing, right? The real question that we all have to think about is, and with think about the community, how small or how limited we are currently. We're not limited, but it can get better. But it takes certain steps to get there. But the question is, are we trying to maintain the community that we already have that are having wavering thoughts because of how things are going on currently in the community, or are we trying to expand, knowing how the current community is right now? That's the real question.
Yeah, we're trying to grow. So we
So
would want to bring in more people.
So with that, right? So look. So you're saying there's people in this Discord that you have from your YouTube community and all that, right? And we have having multiple events. Of course, like I said before, is not a bad thing. It would be better to have things for the lifespan of this game, longevity, to have things multiple for the week. But if you have your own events and things are on the same day, it happens. You see your favorite content creator doing that, and Logic has his own community. So there's gonna be Logic's fan base, or his community being in his events that aren't going to be in other Ninjala events. So, it happens. But with us being in a small community, being able to communicate with each other, having your word, or you reaching out to your own community saying, hey, yo, this is happening, right? It's going to be happening today. This is the schedule of Ninjala for what we have right now. And, putting word out about other things that are happening in the community, instead of, having your own events, if you have your own events going to benefit you, it's fine. But putting word out for other things as well will also help the community grow, because if you're bleeding over your community with what's already been established, then boom, that's growing right there. Like,
Well, here's the
that's
thing. I've done that. I've
okay.
told people about, I've told people about Warriors Pit in my videos. And I could tell you right now, there was a viewer of mine that they didn't have a Twitch account. Their name was Minty, and they always used to be in my YouTube streams. Always, always, always. And I told them, I was like, hey, yeah, you should go check it out. Go check out ENL, go check out Warriors Pit, and see how you like it. And they played in that tournament, and they're like a reoccurring player now. So like, do you see that whole transition? And that's happened with other of my viewers as well. And they'll tell me like, hey, I'm really happy that you got me into this. Now I'm into the competitive side, and I like to see that.
And what I said, it wasn't directly put at you, but I'm saying, like, in terms of like the general community and or content creators, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've done that. You're established within the community, right? So you know that there's other things out there. Therefore, you're reaching out and telling your community that, hey, this is also happening. Then they start going over saying other stuff. But that can also happen with other people within the community, right? I think I've seen a person called Minty before, Minty Cooks or something like that. Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know her. I've seen her a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
she pops into my stream all the time, and I'm thank you for having her get on Twitch or whatever. But like, you're an example of what can be happening with other people as well. Like,
Well, yeah. I mean, the pool goes much deeper than that. I mean,
yeah,
I haven't been able to do anything since like I got frozen in Houston, but like for the most part, that's a real thing that happens a lot. Even T-Bite does a bunch of videos, and I see people on his YouTubes that I've never seen before. So like, there like Ninjala is a small game, but the pool of people that play it and are interested into it is very large on YouTube. Because YouTube, while Twitch is big, YouTube is so much bigger.
Yeah, but I think like because I feel like you keep trying to compare Twitch and YouTube, and we all understand Starlin is just a Twitch streamer, and we all know that he can cap out at viewers. We know that. But what my question is, yeah, I feel like you all are saying that I think it was Diamond that said we're stuck in a mind frame on we can't do everything with other people on the same day. So then my question is, okay, if that's your belief, then when are you all gonna host a tournament to prove us wrong? To It's more viewers, it's more things, it's things that you can do to grow the community. When are you all gonna do something to help try to grow the community and get people into it? Not saying what have you all have done. When are you all going to do something to get people motivated and into the game?
So we haven't done that already. Like I
What
haven't
I'm
done
trying to
that.
say is this whole conversation is still going right back to the circle where views and numbers and everybody's focused on the wrong thing at the same time. We're still trying to overall get more people to come to the game. I say the reason why I feel like I'm a successful streamer, not on just YouTube or just Twitch or anywhere, is because my community circles around me and whichever whatever I decide to bring to the table. So I could stream the same day somebody else's stream and have only a few amount of viewers, and then somebody else that has a bigger channel is going to be streaming and have a million people there, and it doesn't change the quality of the content or the streamer overall. But it's like at the end of the day, once I say, "Hey, I'm gonna go play Smash Bros for this days," and then I have a blown up Smash Bros channel, and go, "Hey, what games do you play?" And I say, "Hey, I'm a Ninjala streamer. I mainly stream Ninjala," and I come back. I just brought a whole bunch of new people from a whole different community to the same game. It didn't matter the numbers that I had at the time or what numbers I have on any platform. Overall, if I just state I'm a content creator for Ninjala, then and people are following me for who I am, I'm bringing it to the game because the lifespan of the game of usual games can be like 4 to 8 years before things are either server shutting down, closing out, or a different version of the game is coming out, Ninjala 2 or something like that. So really what we should all be focusing on is what are we doing ourselves for the community instead of what this person is doing compared to what this person is doing and what numbers are they bringing compared to what numbers are they bringing, because it doesn't matter the numbers at all. It really matters who you like communicate with, get in contact with, and connections you make between everybody. I've been in almost every one of your channels, and I show support to everybody in this voice chat, whether you're a content creator, just a constant viewer in certain streams, and say that that's how I feel like I'm in this conversation right now because I have never hosted a tournament. So the whole tournament thing, why I'm being brought into this, it's not because I host tournaments. It's because I'm known, because I am available, and I make myself available for the game so that I can help out where help is needed. Which I feel like at the end of the day should be everybody's goal. If you want to see the game grow and develop, you want to help the game grow. So you want to help other people, giving them perfect other outlets where they can reach out to different communities or different languages that they can speak to other people to translate to make sure the game as a whole just sees it grows.
Majin. But I don't see Ninjala. Like I don't see the only way to support Ninjala is by hosting a tournament. That's not what I like. You could make videos, you could post art, you could post montage videos, you could just overall communicating with people on Twitter, Instagram. It's not just run a tourney and that's the only way to grow the player base. There's so many other things. It's so much deeper than just running tournaments. So, and that's what I want to like kind of iterate too. Like, like art, someone drawing fan art of Ninjala could get somebody interested. If you saw Starling's post like that, like blew up of this guy just drawing a picture of his ninja, there's people commenting on like, oh my God, that's sick. That's sick. Like, like what game is this from? Like that happens a lot. And something just as small as that, just as artwork could get somebody interested. So
I think
got a
that's where I want
question.
to. Well, I think
Hey boys,
Because I want to
hey
let Starling talk.
I've
Because
been
Starling been trying
dying
to
to
go.
say something for the last like 20
Go ahead,
minutes, and
Starling.
I do really do hate to let people finish their train of thought, because them bitches are hard to catch. But I just have to say something before I lose my own. So I do hope you guys will forgive me for interjecting here.
Go crazy.
But it's really quick, really quick stuff. I won't take too much time here. So one point that I feel that I can bring up to the conversation that could maybe I'm hoping bring some of our narratives together a little bit is that when I hear what Logic was saying about having tournaments on the same day, one thing that caught my attention while I was listening is that it's possible for you to have tournaments on the same day that are also helping each other kind of grow independently. So you're strengthening the individual these individuals that are going and doing their own thing, trying to make their own different events, their own kind of doing their own thing. You can have those things happening in tandem, and they don't have to necessarily be taken away from each other, right? Because certainly that's something that can happen, and it has happened in the past, I'm sure. Not necessarily for Ninjala, maybe for any other tournament scenes. But I feel that we are in the unique position where we have the option where if we want to, and we are aware that someone is doing an event, we can very much, you know, have the communication where we can have an event run and go through its completion, and then right after that, you know, with good enough scheduling, of course, you can have someone carry the people that were watching their event over to the next person's event so that they can grow and that they can, you know, foster their own community and, you know, as a result, grow the scene as a whole. That's kind of that was my interpretation and my takeaway when Logic was explaining, you know, that other communities can have events on the same day and foster growth in that way. Other than that, I don't have enough information about how those things usually happen, but that's the one thing that I could see where you know these things can work. Um, if there's other ways where you can have the same event on the same day and it's still fostering growth in the community, I don't know, and actually really, really curious to know what other ways there are. But that's my little contribution where I think that you know if we see and we know that someone you know that maybe is not as well known in the community is trying to do something, you know maybe it would be a good idea to you know kind of see in what way we can help them out and you know push them to grow. Because you never know what a small content creator with dreams and ambitions can bring to the community that we're not bringing, right? Like, everyone has their own original ideas and their own value they can bring. And it'd be great if we have that if we take that into consideration when we see people that have ideas and things that they want to pursue. Like for me personally, I know that I've seen you know small tournaments, small events that people are having tried to run, and I like to try to get involved with that and try to make sure that you know that they are able to grow their own thing and you know make things happen. Um,
Uh,
so that people have you know have things to do and places to go.
I think I want to add on to that to where I don't want it to seem like we're competing on this narrative that one of our ideas is right. It's just that we both can understand and respectfully agree to disagree that there are some points in both arguments that is correct, and that right now we have some figureheads. Not everybody's in here, of course. And I feel like that day where we all put our opinions in, and on that when 10 put that ENL post, the community really split apart. And I want to take that moment to be like, what can we do as us people that have a voice in the community? Just talk to the community and get them to come together once more. Because we all can say we all love Ninjala, like we said, we all have that passion. It doesn't have to be a competitive mindset to where tournaments, stuff like that. We all can agree to disagree. So why don't we come together and try to push a narrative that our community can still be together? Because it really feels like our community's been split apart, and I don't think no one's been trying to fix it in any sort of way.
Well,
My
let's be
question
honest.
is,
In the grand scheme of
oh,
things, like I could go right now in Ninjala talk, and these guys have no idea what's going on. These guys don't even know what anything is. So like this, like to us, like yes, it is big, but like in the whole grand scheme, like nobody knows about this, right? So I'm just pointing that out. This isn't like a huge stellar issue that everybody in Ninjala, like I said, some of these guys up top have
yeah,
no idea what's going on. That literally play Ninjala every day, zero idea.
cause I was
Yeah.
about to say let's circle back to step one. What's the reason for this conversation? Because I don't want to get off track and lose the purpose that I gathered my team here and you all gathered me in here. What was the purpose of this conversation?
Having a
That
good
is a
time.
good question.
Shut this game trash.
Hey,
Bro.
discussion is good.
That,
Discussion
I
and
mean,
debates are
those are
good.
right.
Honestly,
so see
You know,
that
We
was my
wanted to
thing. Like, oh, go ahead.
we wanted
oh,
to talk about how tournaments can happen on the same day, and how it doesn't have to be something that downgrades our community on not having tournaments, like interject and everything, and how it can be prosperous and positive.
So
That's
they
what we're
can
talking
prosper
about.
people. They can prosper two ways, and they can destroy stuff two ways. Not destroy, but I don't know a better word right now. But so you can help yourself, or you can help the community. Helping yourself isn't a bad thing, of course, right? And it can eventually help the community if you build yourself up, and then later on have whatever you're helping yourself with go to the other aspects of the community. But you know That's why I
Oh,
was saying I prefer. Oh, hello.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Another thing too. Who brought up like the support like of the game, like how much support this game will get like 4 or 5 years down the line?
I think it was Majin.
Um,
He's a
Yeah,
big
that was me.
just like FYI, like Gung Ho supports like the heck out of their games, dude. Let It Die. Like I didn't even know about that game until last year. I checked like the like the player count, 100 players like peak like every day. So nobody's playing that game. They're still supporting that game. So
Mhm.
and that game came out
Wow.
2013, 20 no.
It was
So
like, it was like 2014 or so.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
not to
When I
mention
when
that
I
Puzzles
stated
and
that though,
Dragons.
I just said like an average game. I was just throwing out an estimate and saying that average game support or a lifeline of a game, whether it pops off or it doesn't pop off, they're still gonna have that support. But after a while, based off of company expectations and needs, if it doesn't meet that, then they have to cut the plug. Which
Yeah.
I think we, at the end of the day, we wouldn't want to see because we all enjoy it and we've grown and built something around
Yeah,
just the title
realistically,
Ninjala.
if Ninja like seriously, if Ninja like stops support, it's gonna be like 2028, 2029. We got that because as of right now, Ninjala is either the third or the fourth most profitable gung ho title. The top being Teppen or maybe Puzzles and Dragons. I don't know how much. Puzzles and Dragons, Teppen, and then Grandia, and then maybe Ninjala in that fourth slot.
I said Ninjala's already doing good that it was even nominated for one of like the top Nintendo games within its first month being released. It gave it enough credibility there to be labeled as a good enough game that it could be acknowledged or at least nominated.
Right, and
Okay,
you
I have
know,
a
Huge deal.
quick question. So this is for everybody. So when did you guys join the game, and how did you Figure out about it?
Depeza
Oh,
told me about it.
I saw it at 2018, I think E3.
wait,
Yeah,
how did
that
you find out about the
E3
game,
thing.
Logic?
There's a I don't know if you guys had watched my tournament a long time ago, but the guy that was commentating with me, his name was Depeza. He told me about it. If he didn't tell me about it, I would not be here to this day. But that was the only reason I got into the game, and I will literally say that's the only reason because I wasn't interested. Didn't play the beta. Well, I tried to play the beta and I couldn't get in.
We tried. We all did.
Yeah.
we all
So
It was definitely E3 that a lot of people did see it, but I think a lot of people just kind of forgot about it after that whole thing got delayed.
mhm.
And then Nintendo Direct showed up.
Yeah, and that pretty much what happened to me. Like I was aware of it when I got announced. I was like, oh, this looks like kind of like a BR Splatoon. And then waited until it came out, and it came out, and it was free to play. I was like, oh, look, I got space. I'll just download it and try it out and see if I like it. I liked it.
Dude,
I was
oh
more
my gosh,
ignorant
it was
about
so
it.
different.
I just kept annoying my friends about it. They don't play the game now that it was coming out.
Yeah, that beta wasn't so all, no,
I played the second one. It was fun.
yeah.
I mean, that's how it all starts, right? You know, with the game been advertised, a select few. Well, not select few. 'Cause, I mean, I guess everybody tried to play it, but we weren't able to play it on the beta. And then the game actually dropped. People who weren't satisfied with the beta didn't pick the game back up, and those of us who wanted to try it again started playing the game, got more interested, made more content and stuff like that, right? So we're all
They
trying
really did trip.
well, you know, we're all trying to prosper the game in some way. Whether you're trying to see people playing the game, or you know, have other people try and join the game and stuff like that. So we just
Exactly.
we are the community. Like everybody is a community, whether they're
I'm
top
guessing.
or not. Yeah,
Sorry.
you good?
Sorry. I'm guessing that this whole conversation here, you know, like people can do whatever they want with the tournaments and stuff like that, you know, whatever floats their boat, you know. But this is a pretty big deal for this tournament, especially being an official gung ho one. Best wishes. Like this has got to be the best. Like I really want to see this do super well.
If you
And
get it,
I cannot wait. But as far as like everything goes, like I know beta. I know I was talking to a few of my Splatoon friends about this game when beta was about to arrive and stuff like that. They couldn't be able to play the game and stuff like that because of the servers just being weird and stuff like that. Everyone in the Nintendo Direct, I knew this like back in live chat. They were just saying that this is a Splatoon clone and stuff like that. But don't ever discredit that game just because of that. Because that means that people who are in Splatoon will most likely play that game. And with how many people who are playing Splatoon, yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Like, so they should have thought about that one when it came to how many servers were
being deployed in that area. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, it was so. Oh gosh, dude, I wish this beta went a different route because I think it. Oh god, I think it would have went a different way.
Yeah,
But
first
it
impressions
doesn't
are
mean that they have lost it, right? I don't think that they have lost that glow just yet. I think that there is still more time for it. I mean, they're gonna have a season 5 training mode. I think of this season 5 thing as like the time to patch things up. Things that just try to fix things up before they have another stage or anything like that. New weapons. Well, I mean, yeah, they have new weapons for season 5, but the idea of this one to me is that they're just taking their time to focus on what are the problems with this game, and then season 6 they have this anniversary thing, which is a pretty big deal, being 1 year and all that, right? So we're probably gonna be seeing a lot of new content for, like Logic said, for until 2028 or whatever. So
Um,
we can see that being the case.
one other thing too, I don't think the beta, like obviously the beta like not running like hurt it, but like what really hurt Ninja, like seriously, realistically, you have to look at it. We only had 2 maps at the beginning and 2 game modes. That hurt the game. That's rough for anybody. And doing that over and over and over and over and over, for the whole season for 2.5 months, any regular casual player is probably gonna get like, all right, I'm gonna go play something else.
Yeah.
They can get burnt out if they
No
just
diversity.
There are some other things that hurt the game a lot too.
So I guess I don't want to get too far off topic because I think we are. I think I wanna reiterate what was the purpose of this conversation and what are we gonna do to fix it.
Multiple events being hosted on the same day, and whether
Well,
We're
I,
talking about,
I
people.
guess ideas to fix the game, huh?
we're talking about oversaturation.
so
Just having
so
two
so
events on the same day.
so if I reiterate this is why do the Warriors believe in not hosting tournaments on the same days as others, right? Correct.
Like I said
See,
before,
Logic,
just having multiple events. I feel like if you have one event a day with the community, having most parts of the community being aware of the event can have the event be at its best and or give it the best exposure, and therefore um, it'll definitely help out the certain events. Having more events per week, I feel like would be good. But having multiple events per day, targets different aspects of the community, and people who don't know of this can always be of this, and they'll still be active no matter what. But I just feel like having multiple events per week is better than multiple events per day.
And I see it as a way to grow. So if one term is taking place and another one's taking place, he gets finished, he hosts him. It's like passing off the baton, like in track. He hosts him. Hey, go check this guy out. He's real cool. I did that with D Disciple when I hosted my tournament. Just passing off the baton. And I know like since a lot of us are like, only on Twitch, like sure, yeah, we only get to see that Twitch crowd, but like I feel like I just have a little bit more influence on able to get more new people in on Twitch by doing these tournaments and hosting it off to you guys and passing that baton over and over and over until we do get that bigger pool. Because as of right now, when someone hosts a tournament, when ENL hosts a tournament, was the average of like 44 viewers, peaks at 60.
but see, so here you go. You still stating numbers. My question. So my next question is, when are everybody that's in this chat, other than the ENL and the Warriors Pit crew, when are you all gonna host a tournament so that we can support or we can see how that you all do? When and why haven't y'all? Like, what's stopping y'all?
Well, I've hosted my tournament, but like you said, these things take planning. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, here we go. So these things take
But
planning.
yeah,
And as of right now, since I'm going to be commentating in the next tournament, the Gung Ho one, I want to spend time getting ready for that. So
okay, I get that, and I truly respect and understand that. But all of the other people that's in this call that seem like they don't agree with why we say we won't host tournaments with others, but for the other people that's not ENL or the Warriors Pit, you all think that it's okay to do it. And I'm not saying that you're right or you're wrong, but my question is, when are you all are going to host a tournament to prove us that hey, we all can run a tournament on the same day and it goes well.
I don't know if anyone wants to plan on it exactly right now, but the best one we can look at is when D hosted Jala Wars and Logic did his tournament.
No, I don't want to speak in the past. I'm speaking going forward because we know the state that the game is in. I'm talking about going forward and you all that wants to grow this game and grow the community and do better. When are you all going to host something on the same day to show that, hey, we can do this
Okay.
together?
All right.
That
I have something that I want to chime in. I feel like I don't know because of what happened before in the past. That would be a good example to look towards the future. Is that that was just it just happened to be on the same day, and they just happened to plan basically things without communicating. They didn't know about it.
No, they didn't.
Basically,
They talked to each other. That was
Well, no,
before
no,
that
no.
communication.
Before, like, because I made my
like
announcement.
the planning.
can I chime in on that part and to help like answer Black's question because I feel like no one's answering that question
Thank
properly.
you, D. Thank you,
No,
D.
but
Thank you.
let me finish
But
my
yeah,
thought.
yeah.
Let me,
Let
let me
Kaneko
finish.
finish.
Let me finish yours. Let me finish yours, and then because I think I'm finally getting caught up to like what's happening right now.
All right, Kaneko, go.
Okay, so I was saying that that was just you know, I don't feel like tournaments are gonna happen overlapping. This is not supposed to be like a habit. I think that was just a maybe one of those things that happened that it just happened at the same time, or that they planned at the same time and they weren't just gonna cancel it. They just literally announced the dates. You know, whatever happens, happens. I mean, too bad that the tournaments overlap that weekend, but I don't think this is something like a competition to prove how it's gonna work out when it happens. Like you guys are planning or trying to schedule a tournament at the same time, because I don't think it should be like that. If it happens, it happens, but not to plan four tournaments to be at the same time.
Is this in regards to BBB and ENL or a different thing?
This is
I,
just
I,
this
This
is
is
I'm
just
just in
I'm
regarding
general.
general.
I'm speaking in general because my purpose, and just to catch you up, D. They brought me into this to speak on the 10 situation and why the Warriors pit, why we agree that we don't want to host tournaments when other people host tournaments. From what I got is they believe that we should all host tournaments on the same day. My thing is the community isn't big enough. It's not a lot of people, and like Blake said, we don't want to hold people all day on hosting tournaments. So Blake gave the example: if we're gonna do it, you do it one per day, not everybody streaming on the same day. And at the end of the day, the people that's not the Warriors pit D, because I think you're just getting here. They like I said, they agree that we should be able to do them all on the same day. We won't host a tournament the same day Jala Wars is. When we found out the day that Jala Wars were, we let Jala Wars have its day. But I think his name Diamond. What he's saying is when you're hosting Jala Wars, we should be able to do it as well. And that's not just what we're gonna do. We're not gonna take away from Jala Wars. But
I
then it's like
All right. Let me rebuttal. All right. So as of right now, we can literally count on the back of our hands how many people are in are in the competitive community. Correct.
Yes, sir.
exactly that's my point.
All right. Logistic wise, it is not a good idea to host multiple tournaments all on the same day, mostly because you have to look at your player views base and your viewers play base. We had
But
people
lot
that we had people that
but
wanted to drop out of Jala Wars and Logic's tournament because they had to keep going back and forth and it was becoming too much for them. And if you try to do that where you have like multiple tournaments happening all on the same day, it overwhelms your players. And like these are kids and everything too. So like some people don't want to spend the entire day being in multiple tournaments all at once. It's We're not as big as we think we are. Like the casual side and the competitive side, they don't mesh well together. Like I can understand Logic's point of view because he can bring in more people and everything. But at the same time, if you're trying to say like, okay, so why we're doing this and this and that and that and that in a perfect world, we're not in a perfect world where we can just pass over to the next event that same day and everything because there's such a thing as a burnout and playing in tournament and having a tournament mindset like for a full 24 hours will burn you out
Yeah.
even like after one event will burn you out and everything. So like it will cause more harm than anything else. There was back in the day we had a tournament schedule planner and then like it got deleted. I don't know what happened to it. But like it was pretty well organized and then I mean like there are gonna be times where someone plans like an event on the same day, like what happened with Logic and I, and then what happened with ENL playoffs and the Gung Ho tournament and stuff. Like for all we know, like Gung Ho and them, they probably planned this out like 6 months ago and everything, and they finally just now got like to go to like the green light to announce it and everything. Like those things happen. But what Black and everyone else said, like hosting tournaments throughout the week is a better idea than hosting them on the same day. Reason why? What if some people couldn't play on that day and everything? Like, what if something happened like if some people can't play on the Saturday, but then they find out that there's an event happening like on Sunday, and you can gather those people over, or some people that can play on the weekdays and all that, like how E&L, like how like we were all like planning to spread out throughout the weekends and throughout the weekdays and everything.
Oh, wait, can I
Because
put a small bit in real quick?
yeah,
What?
let me just finish up the wrong flag. But like right now, since like we don't really have like more than like 100 people in the competitive, and we can probably bring in like people up to 1,000 and everything. But at the time right now, if you try to overload too many events like that and put them all on the same day, it's gonna hurt us more than it would grow.
Yeah. So I was just gonna add on that with what Disciples putting out and how we're just kind of only considering the community that we have now and not, I guess, any outside communities that aren't participating within E&L Warriors Fit and other related things like that. Because I'm pretty sure Logic has some people outside of that that will be participating in, any other events that he hosts and things like that. We're just thinking about the people that we just have on hand, which, it is a select few, but I mean, we are kind of thinking of it on a, like the question I asked before, are we here to maintain or are we here to grow? Right now, what we're looking at is it seems like we're really trying to maintain the community and not trying to grow it as much as we can, just for the fact that, like I said before, a lot of people are having a lot of wavering thoughts on what they should do with this game and what direction they should take it in. So we're just trying to maintain them because, they have the passion for the game, but a lot of things have been coming up where they be like, maybe I should move on to something else, which isn't wrong, but, if they have a passion for the game, why not be here? But, growing it is going to be hard if we're losing players and gaining players at the same time, we're going to stay at the same number of the community, honestly. We need to find a way to maintain the community while, getting rid of those wavering thoughts as much as possible while still having some type of income. Okay, we'll gain 3 players, but then we'll lose 2 players. And, what is that? 1? So we just need to really figure out how we can maintain and then start growing.
I wanted to basically make something clear. I don't know if BL misinterpreted. I don't think the argument was that we should do tournaments at the same time. I think it was more like uh, tournaments can happen at the same time, and it's not like planned at the same time. It's just it could happen by mistake, and it shouldn't be a big deal. I think it's trivial, and I think it's a distraction on the way of making content for the game in general, and just getting new faces, new people, just making content in general. Just have the activity at an all-time high, and basically get rid of all these thoughts about numbers. Just play the game, make content for the game, make videos, tutorials, bring people from YouTube, or basically transfer these people from the YouTube tutorial video into the YouTube stream. And then, if, for example, Logic streams also on Twitch, and he because he does this sometimes, where it segues his YouTube community, he's like, I'm switching over to Twitch because he's gonna do something more casual. And I'll talk about patch notes. He's gonna talk about basically just do room battles, and sometimes he just segues into another game, which can also attract new people that don't know about Ninjala. They follow him for the personality, and then they join in the Ninjala community because he started playing Ninjala as well on Twitch, and they're like, "Oh, what is this game about?" And they start finding more about it, and they join his YouTube, and it goes back and forth. And same for rating other people that are also streaming Ninjala, whether it's a tournament or they're doing room battles or any of this stuff. I think it's the argument is not that we should do tournaments at the same time. It's just that if it happens, it
What do
can
we
happen
do?
time by mistake. It can happen, which happened, and I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's something that is trivial and it's basically nonsense. We should just keep focusing on making content. For example, I'm not a content creator for Ninjala. I only play the game casually, so I'm talking from an audience perspective. What I'm interested in. I'm not interested in any drama. I'm just interested in seeing the game grow and being excited for things happening when it comes to the game itself. Tournaments, room battles, a lot of streams happening at the same time. It makes me feel like the game is alive, and it gets me excited and motivated to like join in. It's like, oh man, there's a lot of things going on, and
I
our
mean,
more all these other things are it's small factors that go into the game's exposure. Artwork is another thing, like Logic was saying, things off platform, off Twitch, off YouTube, things that happen on Twitter, on Reddit, people posting artwork, montage videos. A lot of these things help the game grow in general. It's a lot of factors that go into it.
I
Well, I
think
mean,
I think
go
you're
ahead.
talking about two different things. So like D said, before I get to what D said, Logic talk about he could bring people in and that it's more than Twitch, it's YouTube, but it's a different in what's going on right now. It's casuals like D said versus competitive. And you said, Steve, that the game is still alive and growing. That's you talking probably from a casual standpoint. But from a competitive standpoint, the game is dying. I'm gonna just use D for example. D and Majin. They used to stream Najala all day, every day for months and months and months. Now they don't do it anymore. And it ain't because the game is still growing, because if the game was still growing, then they would still be streaming every day. And so with that being said, that the game is the community is getting smaller. We try to show respect to whomever is hosting a tournament, and we don't do it, and we plan accordingly. But the purpose of this conversation that Speed called me, told me to come to talk to Logic, and then I got my guys in here, was because we wanted to speak on the 10 conversation and finally address those things. And like I said, at the end of the day, people misunderstood what 10 said, and took it and ran with how they wanted to portray it. Because if you read what he said, it was, hey, I might not run the lead the next season. And people got mad and ran with it, and bashed them and threw them to the wolves. Then he made another tweet, hey, why, whatever it was, I'm not on Twitter, but I'm just trying to think of what I think he said. Why we run it on the same day? He just vented. But at the end of the day, if you all would have been in a circle, yes, 10 is going to vent. But at the end of the day, he was going to reschedule it. And I think people don't give people their freedom to speak. It ain't like 10 said he won't want to do it. He just vented that he was upset that he planned this weekend and had already had it scheduled for Najala to throw a tournament. And this is Najala game, so when they throw a tournament, it holds more weight than anything that we do. So he vented, but of course he was going to reschedule it. And I just think people take 10 words and try to assume what he's saying instead of really instead of reading what he said and take what he said for what he said. They want to add to what they think he's trying to say.
When we were talking about the recent situation with the tournament thing, it was more about how Kurosaki was disappointed about it. And
Wait,
really,
wait, wait. I'm sorry.
Bro.
Yo, Black. Like,
Yes,
we
sir.
just did like a huge pivot. You literally asked us about like the tournament, and then you pivoted to like the 10 situation. But like
No, what I'm speaking on is we're talking about a whole lot of things here, but I want to make sure we don't lose focus on the reason that we're having this call. It was to speak on 10 situation, to speak on why the Warriors pit don't agree with having tournaments on the same day. And then it just turned into a whole lot of other open conversations, and the whole other, open conversations are great, but we at the end of the day, we need to understand that and be honest with ourselves of the state that this game is in and where we are. Like D, tell me the last time you streamed this game for a whole week straight.
For a whole week.
Yeah,
Probably,
like you
probably
usually
like
do all day.
probably like
Oh,
3 weeks ago. All right. Also on that is because I also got a full time job again, so that takes up my time.
yeah, does
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was gonna latch on to that what Black said about Disciple and Managing, because I wanna have an opinion on what you guys think of the game. What's making you guys not basically play the game as much? I mean, you kind of answered kind of the question that you have a full time job now,
Oh no, no.
but
If you want me to
but
go in, I'll go in. Hold on, let me answer.
yeah,
That.
because you're a competitive player, so you gotta tell me like what's the thing that's keeping you not as active in the game? Is it the lack of content? You know, like the season? Is it too many tournaments? Too little tournaments? Too little activity? Too much activity? What's going on? That's my question because you probably have
I'm
a
a
pretty
hammer
opinion.
main full of Utsus, bro. I'm a hammer main full of Utsus every time I go into free for all.
Can it go? Can it go? Can it go?
But no, no, no. All right. Serious question. It wasn't more that like I pushed away from like playing competitive and everything. Like playing ENL was fun, but once I started working and going like doing a job and everything, and then coming home, it felt like I was like on a mechanical routine of I just wanted to play, but I still had the competitive edge in me. But I didn't want to always be like just getting prepared for ENL because there was like a season where we did nothing but scrimmages, and it was the most boring thing in the world for me to just get off from work and then go straight into a scrimmage and everything, and then go into ENL. Like it just felt like too mechanically routine, and then like I wanted to take a break and just play other games and stuff, and just then go back and just play at my leisure and everything. And then like the lobbies suck too, so I don't like how the lobbies are anymore.
Yeah, I think your issue is mostly with the game itself rather than what's happening in the
Because
external
my
influence.
my original plan, and the thing, and I executed it, and I'm proud that I executed it. I said when the Ninjala dropped, I was gonna go hard for it for like the first like month and a half, and I did, and I enjoyed it a lot. And then like later on, when like spectator mode and everything came out, I wanted to pivot more to hosting events. But then like we got a bunch of events, and usually like the weekends are like the free times. But since ENL, Warriors Pit, and everything, they were all doing so well, I just fell back and just just took the roles of just playing the game and everything. And that was pretty much it. Like I enjoyed doing like when Jala Wars was setting up Jala Wars, and even setting up the whole the format for like the league and everything. But then like I fell back on it because I was looking at how many events that we have. We have the Warriors Pit, we now have the Abyss, we have ENL. Even Japan has like 4 leagues and everything that a bunch of people probably didn't know about. So like I always said, like we were in a healthy state of tournaments that I don't need to add on another league just to pile on top of everything else. Where it's just like, oh my god, it's like if I don't do this, then we might do this and we might get forfeited. It's like that's just too much to put on for a bunch of players all on a weekend.
All right. One
Again,
more
you
thing,
did
too.
mention
Oh, you got it.
before. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
You mentioned before that most of them are kids.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, another thing. Starling wanted to tell me his mic went out.
Yeah.
He said it exploded, but he had like a stream up. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But he's got like a stream up, and he wanted you guys to look at it, I guess. So
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Watching all of them stream.
Yes, sir. How do you turn your thing to dark mode, bro? My shit's still on light, and I don't know how to change it.
Oh, go to settings.
Oh, look, bro. Please,
ooh,
guys,
yeah, that thing almost blinded me. What you doing?
Go to 3 dots. Go to display. Display.
Oh shit.
All right. We'll go.
Lights out.
Oh, you saved my life. Let's go.
Hey,
Oh, it's
you
too
got
dark.
it.
Pick green.
Green.
You can pick the colors.
Avocado. There you go.
No, it's just for the blind.
I know.
I don't know. I'll say this like Ninjala on a fundamental level is just it's just very very stale as of right now. Like things are just not really easy to play this game.
Definitely.
So
Well, not
one
easy,
thing-
but it just feels weird. You
so
know what I'm
one thing,
saying?
too, regarding
Yeah.
my question of maintain and grow. So like when you asked Disciple about why he's still playing this game or was stopping him from doing what he was doing, because that question that Black Lightning asked, right? So the people who that are in the game right now, right? They're in the game and they're locked in. From when I was saying people's things were wavering or their feelings were wavering about the game is because of how the game is itself. And the Disciple said, "Oh, Utsus are there," and Utsus is definitely a topic that we can all talk about in this chat. But there's things in the game that are making people waver about how they want to play, right? So the competitive atmosphere that's already been set, all these tournaments and stuff, like he said, he fell back because there's already a lot of tournaments going on. That's fine. All these tournaments, they're there to maintain what we have already. But other than logic, I guess there needs to be steps to grow. Like
And there are other YouTubers though, like my man J Man. He comes out with great stuff. T-Bite. There's another guy, Ayaku.
So J-Man actually has been chilling a lot with Warriors Pit too. So I know they've been talking a lot regarding the game or stuff like that. But
Black can confirm that.
Yeah, like there's so many content creators coming out with stuff, and we need that. We need multiple personalities. We need multiple people to come out with stuff. And what you guys too should start doing is like those tournaments that you guys do, like record them and like put them on YouTube. Give them a place to live and get out there.
Before we digress anymore, I just want to know, like, so So we're under the understanding that if if two tournaments fall on the same day, we're just like, okay, it happens, and then we can either reschedule or we try to host them both on the same day.
If
That's what I want to know.
Well, here's the thing. Like in my case, when I made my announcement video, I didn't even know like who you were yet. That's not to be mean, but I just didn't know what was going on. Like, cause I'm very independent when it comes to my Ninjala stuff. I was like, I'm about to host this tournament and we're about to get in here. And I just made a date. I think it was Halloween or November 1st. And I just went with it. It wasn't to spite you or do anything. And when Starling reached out to me, he's like, hey, bro, like there's somebody else hosted a tournament on that. And I was like, oh.
It was mad funny because I didn't know who you were, and someone was like, "Yo, D, have you seen this?" And I was like, "Man, what the fuck is this?" I was like,
yeah.
And I was like, "Yo, let me just talk to him and see what's going on and everything." And so I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "All right, that's cool." I was like, "It's gonna overlap." I was like, I already know what's gonna happen. It's gonna overlap. You didn't think it was, but I was like, it's gonna overlap. But I was already prepared for it.
What I think needs to happen is overlapping is inevitable, right? So what needs to be there is communication. Logic has ties to the non-mainstream Ninjala community and stuff like that. He has the YouTube communities and stuff like that. So he's going to be aware if people from that are kind of aware of what's going to be happening on that perspective, pass that word. We're all interconnected right now. So, we all see each other. We all know that we can talk to each other. We know what the organizations are. So communication is a must, if you tell people all this term is going to happen, you're like, oh, shut them down. We just say, yo, this is going to happen too. So just be aware with the resources that we have, resources being players and, stuff like that, that they may dwindle on this event. But people are going to choose whatever event they want to go to, and it's going to happen. But communication is a must. Hey, this tournament is going to happen. Just be aware of that. And then the people holding the tournament are like, all right, yeah, maybe I might want to reschedule, or I'm still going to run it because it's already been set, so I already got people's hopes up and stuff like that. So it is what it is. We just need to communicate.
Hey, can I say something real quick? I'm actually finna get ready to go to work, but I just wanted to say this is a conversation that has needed to happen for a while. So I just want to thank you guys for taking the time out your day to actually come together and have this conversation.
There's a lot of conversations that need to happen.
I got out of work and I was just like, "This is happening." I was confused.
I
got messages while I was at work. I was like, "What?"
But this game trash.
It needs some work. I won't lie.
Like for the game being out for so long, it still feels like season 2.
Ooh, Shredder, I have to turn you up. You sound so low.
This game just hit 1.0, bro. No cap.
Like
yeah.
And that's like the reason. Like I know I used to stream around nighttime because I genuinely don't cater. I mean, I cater towards. I try to do both to the best of my ability, but like, it's just like a burn. Like you said, it was a burnout of just the same thing over and over again, and dealing with the same issues over and over again.
But if you played a game, any game, streamed it every single day for 6 months, you would get burnt out, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
On any game.
Well,
and I played, like, I'm a huge Destiny guy. I love Destiny. I love Warframe. I have 3,000 hours in Warframe. I love that game. I cannot touch that game anymore. Yeah, and I played it every single day, 2014. I streamed it all the time. And, like, I love the game, but I just, like, it's just not for me anymore because I played it too much. I'm burned. And I think that could happen like with Ninjala, especially when there's not even like content. Like, we started off with 2 maps. We got like 5 now, and we only have 2 modes still, like battle arena and like team battles. It's rough, dog.
Honestly, I feel like the game should have started off as $20, and we would have got 2 or 3 maps.
No way, babe. I wouldn't have paid $20 for Ninjala.
I would have
swung. This game trash.
I would have paid $20 for putting.
Shredder, are you smoking?
Can't relate.
Okay, I mean, to be real, some of us do be paying $20 every time when the season drops.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking lie. This shit always happens.
I gotta pay $20 for a helmet, bro. Nah, bro, you tweaking.
Well, yeah, I would hope if we paid $20, the season pass would just be free.
Yeah,
I wish.
that would save me like $40 already because that's like 5 seasons already almost.
Yeah, because like
And every season passes $10, and I just want to use my skins, yo.
But
with
for
a
everybody that right now, we know that the game has issues, and it looks like the upcoming seasons are trying to cater a bit more to us, I guess.
um with a game like Ninjala, I don't think Ninjala can charge like with Splatoon. Like, yeah, they could charge $60, right?
Or
But like Ninjala, we're just not there yet. If there ever is a Ninjala 2 or whatever, and they figure out the formula, because as of right now, they don't know what we want, or what the community wants, and I don't think like what the casuals want is necessarily the best thing. But at the same time, I don't think what competitive want is necessarily the best thing. There has to be a medium between the two, a balance, which is almost impossible to achieve perfect balance. But we have to get close.
I just say more game. Just give us more game modes.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you guys look at my screen, I'm on YouTube right now, and like,
Honestly, if you give us more game modes than just team battle and free for all, like a capture the flag or anything like that,
Yeah.
it'll change. It'll change up.
Just give us training mode as a stage in season 5, please. I would.
my title is Ninjala, but season 4 feels like season 2, and a lot of the comments are negative about, man, please fix this game, fix the hit detection. Yep, season 4 feels like season 2. Like,
Isn't that your streams though?
What happened?
You be saying that on the stream all the time.
Well, oh no, I'm saying like just watching how the YouTube community is, the same thing, except you can read comments that stay there forever.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that tell me, they're like, "Hey, Logic, if it weren't for you, I'd be playing something else." Or, "Logic, I only watch your videos. I don't even play anymore." I've seen that so much. So
I still get
Half
after
the
this
community's
day.
only playing because they look up to someone that's still playing right now.
Oh no,
Yeah.
what was that?
I know one thing Logic needs on Ninjala the most, and it happens to be in room battles, have a kick button and a block list.
I need a kick button. I need a kick button. I need a kick button yesterday.
Albert, what is wrong with you?
Basically, like I still get asked whenever I do play Ninjala. I get asked all the time in chat, "Can I play with you?" I'm just like, I'm already in a 4. I was like,
No, this video is so dumb, bro.
I'm gonna tell you, rotations is a problem.
That's the other thing is like viewers trying to come in and play, and you have those viewers, which is very consistent, where they just sit there and not press the A button. You sit there about 8 minutes trying to start a match, and then you have
They also want to see forever. They don't want to let other people play. So a kick button is definitely necessary if you want to rotate.
Kick button is definitely necessary because I'd rather spend my time fighting as players in free mode than dealing with someone who's not pressing the A button for like almost 6 minutes.
This video making me mad, bro. It's cringe.
My man, they put invincibility and startup retention.
No, not that. Why was the bind was so short?
Is everyone here entering the tournament tomorrow?
Tournament?
It's a random raffle, isn't it?
Yeah.
One thing I don't like about it, it's a random.
Well, are you guys talking about the Ninjala one? The BBE? Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, the sign-up's gonna be tomorrow, right?
It's the following weekend. Sign-ups are tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't think I'll have the luck for it, but hey,
I'm in it for the money.
Yeah,
everyone is.
I gotta admit, for a small game like Ninjala, and they're out here giving $500, that's pretty cool.
I mean, totally, it's $1,000, right?
Yeah.
You're doing $1,000.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, I don't,
I can understand why they're doing a lottery and saying, if Silent just jumped in that bit because he wins like every tournament consecutively, and then Silent just wins, and but I understand the RNG.
Qualified.
And he might get picked anyway, so never know.
If he does, I'm gonna just say unfortunate and just back out.
But no.
Oh no, I'm gonna fight for it.
I wonder what's gonna happen if someone pulls out last minute.
So wait, it's 500, 300, and then something else.
150.
100, and then 50 for 4th place, right?
Yeah.
And then the rest of top 8 gets a Gumtree shirt.
And that's that Evo payout.
150.
Yeah, like it's pretty good payout. Like
Evo payout.
Although it is a gift card.
And it's money. It could be like a Visa gift card, you know. You could just use it. I'm about to go to Red Robin.
I do think
Logic secretly telling us what's going on behind the scenes in the tournament, and no one's picking it up.
Please. I don't know the rules yet.
map though that
Logic.
we can expect more.
Hello.
Logic, I have a question. About your video yesterday. You said something about like your semi-master not being in there or something like that, or the possibility of that. Like,
I said that there won't be any meta abusing tactics, but take that how you will.
That's cap.
No cards?
Because Utu's allowed in the Japan tournament. So ban it in the U.
I'm gonna say that's cap because it's not like they're gonna be able to stop that. But
there's always gonna be that.
Yeah, I wonder what meta abusing
tactics
tactics are.
By the rules.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna see a parry ball come out in the tournament.
That won't happen. It's all patched.
What do you call it? They might make the tournament like a limited event, and only if they have your friend code or whatever you can enter. And then
they said you have to be elite. And I already saw some people complain about them not being elite. I'm just like, bro, just go get elite.
Yeah, you can like get it like right now. Like it's like not hard.
Be dead as hell.
Yeah, actually, that's probably the issue.
Below elite, you would
Nani?
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. That's a tough one.
Like I just like how that was one of the requirements. Like you must at least be elite to enter the tournament. And then 16 years old, and then a bunch of the community, and then a bunch of the competitor community was like, well.
Well, I mean, I feel that just for the fact that if your freaking rank doesn't match your actual skill and you're actually booty and you just jump in that bit and you just get bodied, you'll be a waste of space.
Well, kids can be really good at video games. Like there's been kids that won Evo.
Bro. Yeah, I know. I'm very sad that I'm not good.
Yeah.
Oh, never that. Go to work, bro.
Pull up and smash tonight.
Bet.
So everything got all cleared up then?
I mean, honestly, this conversation.
I came in late, so I don't even know what.
Honestly,
I came in late, that's why I couldn't really much say anything.
I mean, yeah, we're good. Like nobody's like out to get anybody.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm glad that you guys were able to find a conclusion to this. But going forward, we'll just have to hope. And I think everything will be fine with season 5.
Right now, we're almost in spring break too, so remember that.
We'll all be relaxed.
Get your tournaments ready. See, spring break.
Black check sim server actually for tournaments.
Cool.
I just wanna.
Hold up.
I personally just want to host one at the very least, but push comes to shove, I know how to ask. Like, if ever come needed, I would go to Starling or 10, even though 10 may not respond or Disciple, just to make sure that I am not planning something that you're planning on the same day. So,
right. Where we'll get out there.
It's really simple. Yeah.
All right.
You can come to me too. I don't bite.
Oh yeah, Logic.
I will help as much as I can.
Because at the very least, I don't want to go through the hassle of doing signups. Because at the very least, I would just do limited signups, like for come for.
I'm gonna talk to y'all later.
Do it.
I gotta jump.
More.
All right.
I'm not 4.
Damn, bro, you go.
I corrected myself, bro. Bro, your mic was wavering like Forrest does, bro, and I just accidentally messed up your name. It'd be like that.
Everything's all good now.
Yo, Shredder, Ninjala Arena could use some help, bro.
Oh, yeah. What's going on with that actually?
Ninjala Arena. What is that?
Arena.
The one with Aiden and Rose.
Well, I know a few people just kind of left and stuff like that. So hopefully there's some value, left and reserved. You know. So.
See, to be fair, me and Speed had a tournament. Wanted to do a 2v2 tag, but like we haven't used that. We've had that idea since like.
Oh, yeah, you mean like the one that I do?
Yeah.
You need help with it?
W next did that.
We're gonna do probably like we can't name it Sims again because that's just.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I know somebody. I know somebody that's about to host a tournament. His name is Absurd Parrot. He usually streams Ninjala sometimes. But he's trying to do a team tournament. So, but I think he
Okay.
already has it set up. So I don't know if people can still enter or not. But I'll figure out.
All right.
Nice.
All right, guys. I gotta head out. I gotta get some food, and I need a bathroom break ASAP. But I think even if I feel like some things didn't go through, like in terms of like understanding, 100%. I think we were like able to like find some common ground, like a very good conversation. I think it was very productive. And even if you don't feel like there could be some anything to come out of it, like that's very productive and something that can improve how we go about things. I think we got a really good feel for each other, and I think this is a pretty productive conversation. If not this one, the next couple conversations after that, I think we can get a better understanding about everything.
We will do our best.
Word.
But yeah, take it easy, guys. Have a good.
Thank you, Kaneko.
All right,
You're
I'm
very
gonna watch
welcome,
this right
Logic.
now.
Let's
Yeah, have a
Kaneko.
wonderful day.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go head out now. Good talk. I suppose. Yeah.
I'll take it easy.
Go back to grinding Apex.
And to all of you guys who are gonna sign up and stuff like that, I hope you guys get in. I guess I don't know. I just hope. I have hope on my side.
If you would let me get 500, please.
Hey, bro.
I'm dead.
All I know, play gonna get drone farming, and that's gonna be whatever.
That's gonna be scary. But hey, I want to go throw that drum beat in there.
I still need to test this more, but I think I found a way to counter Utsu. I don't know. It just might work. There's a way to counter Utsu, bro. Don't approach.
Oh, nah, bro. I just
Yeah,
I play Smash. That's my
Nah,
counter.
spam Uchi.
Yes, sir. I'm a Captain Falcon man from Smash 4. I run in.
Or just use wall shooter. Just use wall shooter and just kind of hope that they kind of just jump around and not see you.
Bro, DK to 8 Ninjala.
Toxic. The devs are watching. Just be toxic. Is that easy?
You know, that is a good
I
idea.
haven't seen it.
I'm crying. I can't even say that shit, but with an Ninjala collab word, it's lit.
This collab right now was huge letdown. Oh,
Is that a letdown? Is it like a big collab that they announced, or is it just like something they
the
throw?
lead died. That shit, I would have so much hype, and he's got 2 items.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Gung Ho and how they price their items and how much stuff they get for their own stuff that they own. But if we get a Naruto collab, we're probably gonna get 6 items. Probably gonna get an Epon sticker. We're probably gonna get 3 music tracks, and we're probably gonna get Dragon Ball as well, just because.
Are you on the gas?
Yeah, we are.
There's no way we're getting that.
We're gonna get Dragon Ball. We got a Key Blast.
Well, we're gonna get a My Hero collab too. So.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, we're all gonna get that.
Hold on a second. I don't think we would get a Naruto collab that easily, especially if it's that obvious.
No.
Yeah, we might need to get Namco involved, which they kind of are. I mean, Bandai's probably working with that, but Toei Animation's probably not.
Puzzles and Dragons has a Bleach collab, so realistically, we could probably get that in Ninjala, and that'd be sick.
Wait, isn't Teppen like like a collab?
It's like Capcom, so I don't know if we could get those. I mean, there have been Devil May Cry collabs in Puzzles and Dragons, so we could get that.
Can we get Monster Hunter skins?
There's a Monster Hunter collab in Puzzles and Dragons too, so like it's possible.
What?
Yeah.
Puzzle Dragons is the GOAT.
I look. I don't know what channels you got, bro, but I need you to tell Gung Ho to start, or Ninjala to start making weapon skins that are actually outside of the weapons natural look. Other than that,
dude.
Oh, you mean like a French fry for like an Epon katana or something?
Yeah, like I need an actual sword katana.
Yeah, make a sound
Is that
hammer
legal?
like the Buster Sword from Final
Or
Fantasy
like,
VII.
when they did the whole sports theme and they had like the fencing suit, like I expected a fencing katana.
Oh man.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they have the one hammer, but that's it.
That's trash, bro. It's a square. It's 2 square blocks, bro, on a stick.
Okay, they probably did put too much work on it. They just slapped a texture on it and they're
2
good.
juice boxes on a stick, bro.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I just want to see a Buster Sword from Soundhammer.
I'm trying to
Just
see.
put like Final Fantasy 7 stuff on there. Just
I'm trying to see a giant Milnor or something in somebody's hand.
someone just want to ride a buck sword.
I'm hoping for the anniversary we can get something cool. I don't know about all that, but
I didn't need actual weapon skins, bro. That's it.
Oh, you know what would be so cool for the anniversary?
What?
Actually,
We get
I,
traded.
actually, I was thinking of like a new game mode, but I don't know.
we need
I
a new
think
game
it could
mode for
work.
sure.
We need a new game mode by
Capture the flag, anything.
Go ahead, Sutter, go ahead.
Oh, actually, I'll give you an idea. I'll give you an idea real quick, all right? Because I was the one that said, so be quiet. Let me all say it, okay? I think that this will be the mode that we're gonna get. If anyone knows Naruto Shinobi Strikers, which are some of the people who have played the game, right? The people who are still, I think that some of the people who are working on that game, are working on this game, right? So what I think is going to happen is that one of the game modes that has always stayed true to a lot of these arena fighting games is capture the zone, like having 3 zones, 4 zones. I don't know. It's having like a zone area where you have to control it. Like in most first-person shooters out there, if you hold on to it long enough, then it'll be yours. But if someone else tries to take it away, they'll have to stay in there for a little bit, and they'll revert it to the gray color or something. I don't know. Just something.
There's something like that in the chapter 2 of the story mode. It's literally exactly that. So it makes sense.
Zone control, yeah.
They can't even have a team fight the boss like mode.
Kinda. It's kind of like Splatoon, but it's not like Splatoon where you have to cover the zone and it will just immediately be there. You have to wait until that thing like builds up.
Kind of like domination.
Yeah, domination definitely, or capture the zones in Halo or something. You know.
This is also evident the fact that having this in chapter 2 applied by other game modes outside of the game. I can see this coming if we're gonna get it by next season or season 6.
You could see one in season 5. We're having a dev diary pretty soon.
I like how we all have dreams.
Yeah, it's gonna get crushed soon, but
No, we do not need a new game mode. We need a permanent game mode. Nothing that's gonna be here just on the weekend. It needs to stay here for the rest.
Oh, okay. Well,
day. I'm
being specific, aren't we?
Now we do need a new game mode because
No, we need capture the flag or something.
Yeah, that game mode, like not like a Ninjala like branded like own thing, like actual like one that's existed already that can fit in Ninjala.
Yeah, capture the gum or something.
Yeah, that'll be like perfectly fine because who's trying to taunt while avoiding a beast, bro? I'm trying to know.
What about a big jawbreaker that you could just have to carry around? I don't know. I'm thinking of Eda and A for a minute there.
We need a PvE. Escort something.
I would like a PvE mode too, Rachel. I would like that a lot.
That'd be great.
Like 4v4, like fight a boss or something.
You know, Logic, I think that this is something that all of us will have to agree on. I hate it when people choose WNA Academy all the freaking time. How about a rotation? We could use a rotation for this game, if it gets large enough, of course, so that people can be able to get prepared for whatever they need and all that kind of stuff. Even though that they did make that change where, hey, this is the map you're playing. Man, I prefer that they don't have that for ranked mode specifically. Free match, whatever. But ranked mode, definitely. Like, have a rotation.
I think it just suffers from. I mean, I get that. That would be a good idea as of right now, but it's just suffering because there's no new maps. That's why I feel like next season is like going to be rough because we're not getting a new map.
I don't know. Yeah.
And the more maps we get, the more variety we get. It just happens.
What's weird is why season 5 we're not getting a new map.
They're probably getting prepared for the anniversary.
They're preparing for the anniversary. They're gonna fix the game.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
Actually work.
They're gonna fix the teleporting glitch. I'm sick and tired of staying landing
I'm
somewhere.
tired of going from top and then coming back out the same room or door.
Yeah.
Fort Riverdale needs to completely fix. That's the only reason I hate the map.
I'd be getting vertigo on that map.
I like how I eep-on someone and I just go like across the stage out of nowhere.
Oh, the fake phones. They should have died and they just keep walking at all.
It's lovely.
you look away and they're shooting at you. You're so confused.
Yeah, I think that what they should do also is have some more defensive options. I know that would suck for spectacle sports and stuff like that for video games and stuff like that. They rather have aggressive things like that, but there's not really a lot of defensive options in this game
When
as far as I
you
can
when you
tell.
say defensive options, like what could they do though? You want them to add like push block or something like in Marvel? Like I don't know what they could do.
Mm,
Push
uh,
block,
gun
push block
damage,
would
gun
I would
damage,
take.
defense stuff.
Oh, like that stuff. Okay, yeah. I thought you meant like to get people off of you or something.
Yeah, no. I mean, S Blast is kind of like that. It's more of a better defensive option than most because it pushes people away. But I'm talking about like Shinobi cards in general. Like,
mhm.
there's a lot of cards that have gum damage on them, and there's only like a few cards right now that has like defensive properties on them for assist codes. Like for example, Gum Guard, Master, Life Drain. Life Drain is the worst. Don't ever. I swear, guys, don't spend your money, don't spend your gold or any on Life Drain assist code defense. It doesn't do anything for you. Trust me.
But
Right?
should Shinobi cards be made in order to counter other Shinobi cards? Maybe
It,
Stealing Hyena and Wall Shooter, but like, you know,
as they've always said, Logic, not all cards are created equal.
right. Yeah.
Wedge.
That I have to chime in on it. I have light dream. It says codes for defense for reduced damage and reduced gum damage, all on level 9 with the first one. I've been running it ever since back in season 1 up to now. It does work. It's just unnoticeable regarding the time window it takes after you absorb life from something.
I just don't like defense on it. It needs to be better.
I think there should be a card where whenever you attack, it does gum damage.
Oh, you're tripping.
God.
You're on the gas. Go ahead and pass it.
My boy.
Sorry, what you
Oh
smoking?
no,
man?
that's like Ninja Sense Pro.
And speaking of which, I do have an idea of what Shinobi card that Kako could use, and the description I came up with it is, oh, sorry, I can't talk.
Imagine a Shinobi card.
I can't wait for Esverse to be gone though.
Oh, sorry,
I'm
sorry,
saying.
Meta. Sorry, Meta.
After getting out of a gun bind, the next time you get gun bind, it will take a lot longer, and the assist codes on it would be decrease the time when you're in a gun bind, increase movement speed after getting out of gun bind,
Oh,
Actually, pretty good.
and finally increase your ninjutsu gauge after getting out of gun bind.
that would definitely go in hand in hand.
Yes, sir.
That would be
You
great.
know,
That would
that,
keep the entire
you know, Meta.
gun binding
I've
people.
been thinking on that since the middle of season 3.
Hey,
Yeah,
Meta.
that
You
would
know,
be a good one.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I was thinking that would go hand in hand with Gumguard Master, especially the third assist code, where you have less defense, more defense whenever you're getting hit. Like that would make it very valuable for that.
Yeah, but that's
Um,
number.
Yep.
since they were bringing up those ideas, Meta, I was wondering if you like this idea. So I've been making a whole entire list of Google Doc stuff, right, about all types of S Blast and S Burst or something like that, like different types of S Blast and everything like that you can be able to choose. But the catch is that if you use it, like it'll deplete a certain amount of S energy, right? Just kind of like how S Blast and S Burst works. Like it'll take 5 S energy away. But with some of these different kinds, like some can take only 4, some can take 6 or 8 or something like that, depending on how strong they are and stuff like that. I was just trying to mess around with the idea like that. But if you want to go take a look, that's totally fine.
I like the idea. And
Um,
I was thinking that if they're gonna permanently add an S blast, it all depends on how much S energy it's gonna cost.
Exactly.
I mean,
And I think it should be 4.
testing with it, and I think it's still. I think it's the same, right?
Yeah, it's the same. I think it should be 4, and Espers, if they do coexist with each other, then Espers should be 5, and depending on what they do, because parries like you get a chance to like win or lose,
You
right?
can
You
literally
get the
reverse the
opportunity.
entire situation by pressing a button and playing rock paper scissors.
Exactly. And Rachel just mentioned Usemi Master. Again, Usemi Master is so oh gosh, sound hammers have the hardest time with those things. And even though it's a gumshoe, it doesn't get treated as one, unfortunately.
Yeah, each master goes through everything that usually blocks gumshoots, like web, noise hammer, like echoing scream goes through that.
Even Popeye too, and that doesn't make any sense because it just explodes.
Oh,
The,
The
the
range is so
explosion
massive on it that it just ignores everything.
It's so crazy.
Except triggering it, which is understandable.
Oh, Nova, actually it did affect Stealing Hyena. It's a semi did get affected by Stealing Hyena. I actually tested it out. Yeah. It was. They patched it. Yeah. They patched it. They knew what was going on too. So during season 3, I know that this happened in season 3 or season 2, I think. When I was in training mode and stuff like that, the Yosemite Master and Stealing Hyena and all that kind of stuff was working. Even though Stealing Hyena was kind of, like it was getting fixed up because it was not working. It was not working.
This was
right?
the period where the assist code didn't work on the third one.
Yeah, it was not working. And Yosemite Master is counted as a gumshoe because it is a gumshoe. It should be considered a sub gumshoe, but whatever. So when you like hit someone once, and then once you throw that Yosemite on it, level 5, it will bind.
Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be intended to do, such as one shinobi card is affected by another. I don't think it's not supposed to be that way.
I just found out it's a semi video on YouTube.
A new weapon, and the gumshoe should just be a thrown Utsusemi. Just to spite us all.
Yeah. New weapon, ninjutsu, kills everybody in the map. Massive Utsusemi.
Was the game.
I would literally pull out.
This game trash, bruh. Come on, gung ho, help.
Nah.
What Twitter thinks of the BBB tournament?
Which reminds me, people have been begging for some sort of horde mode regarding the space ninjas.
That would be fun. I feel like
Yeah.
that's a possibility for the anniversary.
Hey, yo, Logic. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
My dad's got that bag of crawfish. You need to come pick it up.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be over.
Let me get some of that boil, bro. I need some.
My thing is that can also like coincide with the story mode pack. Like, say if you purchase the story mode pack, you're able to play with friends.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to get out of here. But hey, I appreciate you guys. I'm glad we could like do this like constructively and very friendly. Like, we're all cool. At least it seems like it. So
I had no idea what happened.
I came here late. I don't know what happened.
don't worry. I recorded everything.
Logic's kind of toxic, man. I don't think I'll ever talk to him ever again.
Please. Don't even. You gonna make me cry?
Because I did not see him activate poison.